Yo, what's the word? What's good? Happy Saturday, dog. Welcome to another show of the Courtnee Edgar Show. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. Listen. Y'all already know we got some hot topics for y'all today. But we gonna get there. I got something I want to say. For the people that's been rocking with me, I 100% appreciate y'all. 1000%, 10 times over. Y'all dope as fuck. Real talk. Listen, so I want to say something real quick about some shit that's been popping off a little bit, right? Well, some people said some things to me, and I want to address it. And listen, we here for a minute, so y'all just rock with me. Grab your drinks, you know what I'm saying? Grab your drinks, grab your popcorn, grab your food or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be here for a while. But I had this person ask me, well, they told me that I shouldn't put my Cash App up here. And I asked them why. And they said it gives the wrong message. And I said, what's the wrong message? And they told me, well, it seemed as if you're begging for something. I said, bruh, the reason I put the Cash App up there because I've had people who actually wanted to support the channel. Not because I'm begging for money. Nigga, I'm not hurting for money. I don't need the money, but there are people who truly rock with me, who want to rock with the channel, who see the success in where the channel is going, and they want to be a part of it. So they invest in the channel or support the channel. That's what this is about, right? Cool. Yeah. At the end of the day, you want to get your money, you want to make your bread, but I'm not begging you for money. That's why I always preface every time I say it, hey, if you want, keyword, if you want to support the channel, the link is in the comments and scrolling across the screen. Sometimes I need to start saying it a lot more, but it's definitely appreciated, but it's not expected. So I need y'all to understand that. So for that person, that one individual who has something to say about it, I hope you get this message. All right. So with that being said, what's good with it? What's popping with it? Yeah, no, you were right. Hit the like and subscribe. Facts. So look, before we get into the topics today, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit that notification bell because it's gonna help the algorithm reach the type of people that like this type of content. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, dog. Cause we got a long night. It's gonna be fun. So let's lock in, bro. First topic of the night is this video was sent to me. All right, this video was sent to me. I haven't seen it yet. And maybe it's clickbait, but I said I'll check it out just to see just to check the credibility and validity of the video. So apparently Diddy is walking free. We don't know. I kind of did some research on it, but I haven't heard anything about it. But we're gonna see what TMZ got to say about it. So, because they always get the news first before anybody else get the fucking news. So let's go ahead and dive into it.
So now that people have had time to process it, I got to say, such a spectacular loss on the part of prosecutors in the Diddy case. Getting convicted of the Mann Act, he is going to get out within a year. I mean, based on based on sentencing guidelines, prosecutors are asking for a little more than 4.
Right.
And he's already served.
Hold up. I had to. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I was looking at myself real quick. Y'all see how my face is looking real good right now, dog? Shout out to Tej Hanley. Bro. Yeah. And we got, listen, they ain't paying me yet. So I love I love their products. I really do. I love their products. Love the chapstick too. It's this Tej Hanley lip balm. So when y'all see me putting it on, that's what that is. But that was just a sidebar. I mean, that was just a quick derail. But let's get back to it.
Served nearly a year. He's not going to get 4. He's going to get less than that. He could easily get 2 under the sentencing guidelines, and he's already served 1. Plus, there's credit that he's going to get. Diddy will get out, but when he got back to prison, it was raucous.
On Wednesday night, when he walked in after, like you said, certainly he views it as a victory. The other inmates gave him a standing ovation
He beat the feds.
Because he beat the feds. His attorney, Mark Agnifilo, said that he got basically a hero's welcome because they don't, the way the other inmates see it, they don't, this is such a rarity that someone beats the government.
Very rare. I mean, the government has such, when you look at the resources in Diddy, he gets 70 Homeland Security agents to raid 2 houses, to spend the time to put 6 prosecutors on this, and all that they did. It is hard to beat that.
Here's the thing. I was saying the same thing. I said this before, that I don't think Diddy's gonna do the full time. I really don't. I really don't see him doing full time. He don't have any prior records or anything like that, so I definitely don't see him doing the full time. And then plus he gonna get time served as well. So I think if anything, he gonna do most of his time probation at the crib, you know, with the ankle monitor type shit. Yeah, and then he gonna get back to it. But I know for sure though, all the niggas who weren't there for him during this entire situation, oh yeah. Now I don't know how petty Diddy is. But I know for sure he ain't fucking with them niggas no more. And that's for sure.
And he had the money to hire a legal team that
I agree.
kicked their ass. I mean, they just did.
That's why
I don't understand why the judge denied bail. Like, why? Y'all try to charge him. Y'all try to get him on a RICO charge, bro, and it had nothing to do with nothing. It had nothing to do with nothing. You had to get some on, so you had to get him on the charges that you got him. Man, send that man home. Send that man home. Or unless y'all trying to do a Tory Lanez on his ass.
Of the reaction of the other inmates sort of surprised me, because you could see it cutting the other way, that they'd be resentful that a guy with lots of money and power was able to beat the feds while maybe some of the people in prison didn't have those resources. But it cut the other way. They just want to see the government beaten, and there's a real camaraderie in prison. And he apparently came in and was feted like a hero, a returning hero, after being told he had to go back and sit in the facility and not be released on bond, which I think was a bit of a stomach punch to Diddy. There's some of the sketches show he was quite upset with that ruling, but it must be nice to come home.
You know, I did some recon on this, and I was actually wrong on this because I thought he would get out, but
yeah, absolutely. I would say it again. I personally think, this is just me, but I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who also think this as well, but they just ain't saying it. I think they trying to pull a Tory Lanez on his ass. I think they trying to keep Diddy in there because I'm pretty sure if Diddy get out and he go home, he either gonna do one of the two things. He either gonna out some people, which I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm gonna say that. Or he definitely could never. Everybody who was attached to Diddy in any kind of way monetarily, that shit's over with. That shit is over with. But I do think that they might be trying to pull a Tory Lanez on him. They trying to get him in jail. Same thing that they did to Tory Lanez. That would happen, you know, with that Meg Thee Stallion and shit. They trying to get, you know, them 17, what was it, 17 or 19 stabs? What's good with it? Which one was it? 17 or 19? Either 17 or 19 stabs. And I think they're trying to do the same thing to Diddy. Same thing with Epstein. Do y'all really believe Epstein offed himself? Come on, dog. He got a list full of top tier names. A list full of top tier names. Are you telling me that he offed himself? Come on, dog. Come on, bro. We may not be 4.0 students, but we damn sure ain't dumb. That's for sure.
They knew he wasn't, and they were prepared for it because they conceded domestic violence in open court. So they kind of knew that he was going to stay in until sentencing. Nonetheless, now there's been a shoe that's been put on another foot.
Right. The immediate aftermath of the trial for Diddy was getting that applause in prison. For Cassie, it was getting hit with a lawsuit that was filed by a man named Clayton Howard. He's one of the male escorts. Male escorts a man named Clayton.
Hell yeah, that's Carl Thomas. Look at Carl Thomas back there. But look at this devilish woman right here. Now, mind you, let me say this too. I don't think that Diddy is fully innocent. So let me say that. I will say that. But there's just certain things that just don't make sense to me. Gotta call it spade a spade. But look at this demon of a woman right here that a lot of these women trying to justify. Look at this. Look at the demons and look at the demon look in her eyes. Boy, listen, bro. Everything that look good ain't good. Everything that look good ain't good. Trying to play her to, Diddy manipulated her. Man, I don't believe that shit, bro. I don't believe none of it. I don't believe it. But what I do believe that Diddy gets a lot of toxic women. I do believe Diddy surrounds himself with a lot of toxic women. Because I think Jennifer Lopez is toxic. I don't think she's innocent either. But she had to get up out of there. She had to get out the way. Look at how she's having her relationships with Ben Affleck. She can't keep a man. Every time you seen Ben Affleck walking with Jennifer Lopez, he was always pissed. I ain't never seen a man with a woman. Every time you see him, he look angry. Every time you see him in pictures and videos, he walking with Jennifer Lopez, and he always look pissed, or they look like they arguing about something. I think Jennifer Lopez toxic too, and I think she has something to do with them freak offs too. I sure do.
Howard, he's one of the male escorts.
And look, but here's the thing: ain't nothing wrong with. But let me say this: there's nothing wrong with partying hard. It's not. There's nothing wrong with partying hard. Do your thing. But as Denzel Washington said, leave 30 minutes before the devil comes. Hey, leave 30 minutes before the devil comes, bro. Up out of there.
That had freak offs with Cassie and Diddy. During the trial, he was referred to as Dave, but he says that not only did Diddy control him, but Cassie controlled him. So you have now Diddy and Cassie as co-defendants in this lawsuit that accuses her, Clayton claims that she got pregnant and had it with his child and had an abortion without telling him. Also that he got an STI from her. And he said all along, people during this trial, you had Cassie as the victim. She was victim one, but his experience, he says, is that she was very much in control. This is what he had to say about why he didn't file this lawsuit sooner.
One, I was in an economic position where I really needed the money. Two, Mr. Combs is incredibly powerful, and Miss Ventura had no problem in her use of that power. There's a side to her that people don't know, the side that manipulated Sean Combs' power, the side that embraced his power and his position to do things that she wanted. So I was always afraid if I stopped coming, then I would start to have problems, because she threatened me several times not to come and made me feel uncomfortable that I would come to see her just to avoid any problem with Sean Combs.
So, what's interesting about this, we spoke to one of the alternate jurors over the weekend, and he was saying, look, that he felt, and it sounds like the rest of the jury did too, that it wasn't so much a victim, although a lot of people on the outside say it was, as somebody who was consenting and was getting something out of the relationship. He's kind of echoing that in a way.
Yeah, that is certainly what Clinton was saying, that what she got out of it was power. And he said that he actually did want to file this lawsuit. He didn't want to wait until the trial was over. He wanted to file it before. He claims his attorney basically was in cahoots with the prosecutors and didn't want to make Cassie look bad. And that's why he eventually, Clayton, filed this lawsuit himself. He didn't file it with an attorney. So
it's a little bit strange that his attorney would not want to sully Cassie's
odd.
reputation if he ends up suing Cassie. What is interesting to me about this is we did see glimmers of another side of Cassie during the criminal trial. Remember, there was an audio recording of her threatening another one of these alleged sex workers, and that showed a different perspective on who she was during this 11-year relationship, sometimes consenting, maybe sometimes even embracing the power that Diddy had. So I'm not sure you can discard what Clayton is saying in this lawsuit out of hand, but I think both things can be true. She could have been a victim in some respects and a perpetrator in others, potentially.
This is Mackenzie from Bucks County. I think as an attorney, this case with Mr. Howard is not going to get far with Cassie as a co-defendant, in my opinion. This escort claiming that Cassie has a different side to her, that embraced the freak-offs and was trying to manipulate Diddy and Mr. Howard after we all just saw her testimony that she was also being used and manipulated and heavily into drugs at this point in her life, makes the accusation very misguided. Bottom line is that she is not the person who started the freak off, so I would be willing to bet that he's not going to be awarded any monetary damages from her in this suit if it even moves forward at all.
I will say the way you're putting it is what a lot of people said before we heard the jury speak. The jury is not embracing what you just said. They didn't embrace what you just said, that she was a victim.
At a civil trial, it's going to be up to the jury, or I'm sorry, it's going to be up to the judge to look at all the facts of the case. And the facts of the case are simply that Cassie was not the initiator of all of this.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, nobody's saying that she wasn't the initiator of all of it, but she definitely has her hand in the shit. She's not fully innocent. She ain't no fucking victim. Man, you ain't finna play, bro. What y'all not about to do is gaslight me. No, you not. Nope. You sure ain't. You ain't finna gaslight me tonight. Yeah, she was. Yes, we understand that. Yeah, we know Diddy a little freak, and he probably got some power issues, but I don't think that Diddy is held fully responsible. Cassie got some shit in there too, and that's what it is. She ain't as innocent as what she's making herself seem. And we ain't finna play that game. Nope, she wasn't manipulated. She was a willing participant. I don't want to hear none of that shit. If it is who I think it is, he is also from NL. Good chance they grew up together, and he is sassy for real. I'm pretty sure. A lot of them California people sassy, bro. Well, I'm sorry, Hollywood folks. A lot of them Hollywood folks sassy as hell. Real talk. And listen, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit that bell notification. So I want to go ahead and kind of sidestep over to this next topic. There's been a lot of conversation in the back since last year. Bronny James, because he's LeBron James's son, and he's having himself a year. He's starting out hot. You know, he started off slow last year, you know, but he's really starting to make himself, you know, just making himself known in regards to letting people know that he deserves to be in the NBA, and he's showing that. So we're gonna watch a little bit of the highlights from the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Lakers game, and then I'll give my comments and thoughts from there. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it.
Dad, come on.
Well, one more that.
I'm working on
that.
Today.
Lewis, 6-7 out of Pepperdine. That foul again.
But mind you, I already prefaced it before. In my previous live streams, I already said it before. I think Bronny James deserves to be in the NBA. That's one. I do believe that. He's working his ass off because, one, he's not in it. The reason why I think he's dangerous is because he don't need to be he's not in the NBA for the money. He already got that. He's straight. He's set. He don't need to play he don't need to play another possession in the NBA ever, and he'll still be straight. But because he don't have to worry about the money, he's playing because he loves the game. And that makes him motherfucking dangerous. But the problem I have is a lot of people expected him to be his dad, and he's not. He's gonna be his own man. Prime example, he had an interview He had an interview, and he said that he understands that he know he can get a bucket, but that's not what he's focused on right now. That's not what's gonna get him on the court. What's gonna get him on the court is defense. Is locking motherfuckers up. Is taking on their best, the other team, the opponent's best man, and giving them hell on the defensive side. That's what's going to keep him on the court. Then he'll show you on the offensive side what he can actually do. Smart play, because he understands who he is. He ain't 6'9", he ain't 6'10", he's 6'2", I think 6'2", maybe 6'3". He may grow another inch or so, but he ain't finna be 6'9". Now if he do, that's just, it is what it is. But 6'2", fast, athletic. He pretty much his dad, but just a smaller version of his dad. Strong, athletic, can dribble, can shoot. Really smart, high IQ. So, but let's go ahead and get into it, man.
Against Cooper Flag, his first. Here's Bronny around the baseline screen, step back over Flag, and that jumper's wet to start the night. They kind of dared him to take it. He wanted to get one dribble inside the line, ends up with a contested three. James laces the three, and Bronny out of the gate quickly, 5-0. Not surprising when you consider the fact that Chris Johnson.
And his confidence this year. Last year he was playing a little bit timid, and it's understandable because a lot of people on his head, all eyes were on him. So now he's starting to come into himself and that confidence. He's just letting that shit ride, and it just come here, buckets. You understand me? The issue with the NBA is they addicted to pain pills. Yeah, a lot of them are. A lot of them are. Vin Baker, yeah. Oh yeah, Vin Baker, old. You know what I mean?
Johnson, his uncle and trainer, had him in the gym a week after the regular season ended. And a three at the other end by the Mavericks. Baisley out front. They're going to be sticking to Swider. He's a dead-eye shooter. Baisley over the length for the bucket. They called him and his representatives immediately after the draft concluded. Here's Connect straightaway three. He used all the.
Well, you gotta think too. That was a lot back then too. A lot of these cats, they have the technology that they have now is a lot different than when Vin Baker was playing.
To get that one to go. Very quick on both of those moves. Hard for another big to keep him in front. And here's Flag on the break, punching it home. Welcome to the lane.
All right, so I gotta say this. My bad. Now let it play through. Cooper Flag. I think Cooper Flag is gonna be decent in the NBA. Now, I'm just using the eye test. As a former hooper myself, I'm using the eye test. Looking at Cooper Flag's game, I think Cooper Flag is going to be decent. He's going to have a decent game. As long as he can stay healthy, as long as he can continue to get better, as long as Cooper Flag, at this point right now, he's not overly cocky. I get it. You got drafted number 1, but you still got a lot to prove, big dog, because there's a lot that comes with being the first round draft pick. Not just the fact that everybody gonna respect you out the gate. Nah, because you can end up being a bust. And there have been a lot of number 1 busts, right? So that's what I need. That's what I need y'all to understand. That's what I think. But I do think he has a lot of potential. I do think that he can get better. I do think that he's gonna be something to deal with as long as he stays in the gym and he stays hungry. Real talk. And not let any of the first round draft pick get to his head and this ego that he has. But I think he'll be solid. That's just my opinion.
Cooper Flag. Well, that's what you're going to see out of him. First of all, the defense, the quick hands, and then his ability at 6'10" to get out and push it out ahead is the miss.
Can we get a game of 21 shoot? I played today.
Handle to take it on the break himself. Flag using the self-checkout line.
Good shot.
Bucket. Yeah, I think the jitters are gone now. I think he had a couple because he's got a very strong lower base, so he can stay on balance to still get off a quality look. Here he is on the break, got the pass, and one. Even more opportunities for yourself as a playmaker. Davis around the screen by Jemison. Tough step back, got it.
Good shot.
5 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Davis snakes the screen out to Swider. And he usually gets those to go, Tim. He hasn't missed
At the meetup,
Cleveland with the loose ball rebound. Nembhard
around.
fires. And that's 8 points now for Ryan Nembhard. Trying to get a piece of that basketball from behind and eventually gets it. Brian's been eating his cornbread, so Flag says, I'm not going to walk him down. I'll knock down this midi. And that's great. There's a lot. I'm not going to walk him down. He's been eating his cornbread.
See, what they don't want to show, though, is how just before that play, because he laughing, they don't want to show that play that happened beforehand. That play where Bronny locked his ass up, but the ref called foul, which it wasn't a foul anyway. And then so Cooper Flag realized who was going up against, like, nah, I can't bully him. I can't bully him in the paint, so I just got to pull up. Which then just lets you know that he just gave Bronny his respect. Like, nah, I know I can't take you into the cup like that. You ain't little like that. You strong, so I can't back you down. So I just got to pull up on you because I got the height over you, and that's fine. I can live as a smaller guard, as a smaller former guard, and you're taller than me. I'll live with that all day. I'll live with that all day. Take the shot over me, bro. But what you're not about to do is bully me in his pain, though. Nah. Come here. That's what you're not about to do. You ain't finna bully me in this pain. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You broke your foot balling. Ooh wee. Thank God I never did. I broke anything.
Flag says, I'm not going to walk him down. I'll knock down this midi. And that's great. There's a lot of chirping over there in that corner. Cooper, it's a turnaround jumper. Had something to say to that group. Rice turned the corner, missed the layup. Kelly on the break, raises up through the hit and one. It's competitive out there, right? Of course.
That boy got up.
Good average going airborne. His acceleration away from the defender gives him just that extra bit of space as he comes off that screen to shoot a relaxed jumper. Speaking of relaxed jumpers, Mac open to the corner. They didn't see him. Here's Baisley.
That's my face.
Measures the three and knocks it home. Lakers with a 6-point lead. Flag couldn't turn the corner. Baisley well defended, and Flag left it up top. What a follow. Put back like that. Cooper Flag really created that by getting into the paint.
Okay, nice move.
Putting all eyes on him, allowing the offensive rebounding opportunity, which is what's happening when he's releasing the ball. Interesting observation on the crossover. Flag took it to the rim and got it to fall.
Okay, cool. Okay,
12 points in this first half. On 6 of 10. Stewart got it to go off glass. It'll count at the buzzer. Couldn't get it to go. The pass was a little bit low. Good set right out of the locker room. But all in all, you saw Cooper Flag do what you expect. Low. Good set right out of the locker room. But
well, that nigga traveled, didn't it? Hold on, bro. They ain't no travel? Let me see something.
It was a little bit low. Good set right out of the locker.
1, 2, 3. I mean, all right, maybe not.
But all in all, you saw Cooper Flag do what you expect, handle the basketball quite a bit. When you compare it to what you saw out of him a year ago, when he was just trying to survive out there, that's not what I saw tonight. He looks like a guy much more comfortable.
Good.
Teams are looking for guys that got some experience that they don't necessarily have to pay a lot. If they're able to somehow crack the rotation, particularly shooters, Jones.
Way to step through.
Off the miss, the Lakers on the move. They've got numbers. Connect out to Swider. Automatic.
Nice.
You know, because you think you'd want to do too much. Maybe you're going to either commit an offensive foul on a drive. His instincts for making the right play really solid. Or Connect, confident looking three right there. But still to do it at that elite level, low to mid 40s, upper 40s, that still is a different breed. That's a special breed this coming season.
Yeah, we did. We did.
I had a chance to watch Klay Thompson work out at Stan Remy's gym down in Miami a couple of days on the bounce. Step back three with a hand in his face. The Lakers with another opportunity. Connect on the drive. Hanging in the air and puts it home.
I thought Connect was about to take off. That's a good lay though, but I thought he was about to take off.
In well over a year, of course, with their respective busy schedules. Corner three is good. And yeah, we've been there. We've been to Wonderland. Oh, took a trip. We're worthy, man. That's that play shit. That was just my wife and I did that trip. Kelly with the layup in the other end. Three. Hall who's been one of the pleasant surprises of the summer league camp that they've had. Knocks down the three.
Listen, one thing I realized, man, when I was hooping today, I can't go that long again without hooping. I can't, bro. Man, listen, my legs still tired today. Like right now, my legs are on fire. You hear me? We played about 10 games today. About 10 of them joints. Boy, my calves, fire. Yeah, it definitely is best therapy. Definitely the best therapy. Hooping is definitely the best therapy. I ain't gonna lie to you, it is. But I can't miss them many months again. I can't do that. Nah, bro. Yep. The muscle gotta burn the fat. You gotta burn it off. You know what I'm saying? Gotta burn it off. Especially for the first meetup. You feel me?
People still know about the Big Five? Big Five. It's not necessarily the same as it was. Okay. It doesn't have a couple jabs, drives. Nice pass inside. Cisse rejected at the rim. Rice on the break, raises up and lays it home. The Lakers are going to have Luka for a full year. Right. DeAndre Ayton.
I'm about to say, that would have been a good late.
They had a nice role player in Jake LaRavia. So the Lakers feel like they're going to be much better than they were a year ago as well. That runner comes off Koloko, back out to Stewart for three. He tries it, and it's good. 2-point ball game. The pace picking up a little bit. Dallas looking to push. And that three is true. Stewart couldn't turn the corner. Latham with good defense, but better offense that time. Tough shot. You're right. Just a better shot, which often happens at this level. Flag sets the screen. Hall turns the corner. There's the pass.
In the corner.
And the delivery. Bucket good.
Corner.
Knocked down his second straight three. But good
they don't
defense
know.
on that wide action. They tried to get it to connect. He missed the jumper. Baisley.
Bucket.
Slider. Got it. Baisley back out top. One more to connect. Draws the double, then sprays it. Got it. And a great look. Long outlet picked off. And here's Stewart.
Another bucket.
Slider for the lead.
Thank you. Wham, bam, thank you,
Go
ma'am.
up by two. He gets the switch with Slider. Time for a little bag work. Nembhard.
That's a bucket.
Does that look familiar? Tell me that didn't look. And he's a little hurt right now. Flag with the block at the rim. Dallas. Nembhard for the lead. Ryan Nembhard in full effect. And big, nice dime to Baisley. Tough catch in traffic. Got peeled. Comes out to Stewart with 5 on the shot clock. Comes on.
Oh, you got to make that,
Baisley
boy.
corrals it and is fouled on the putback. And
You got to make
it's
that.
a little bit different with him. He's trying to get.
Well, end result, they lost the game. The LA Lakers lost the game. But not much highlight from, because I really didn't see it. I really didn't catch the full highlights. I didn't see this highlight. So, but you didn't get much from, I think Cooper Flag had 10 points. Bronny had like 10 points or something like that. But it just goes to show you, once they get that time on the court, they continue to keep getting better and better. You're definitely going to see more of Bronny James on the court. Cooper Flag, he's going to continue to keep getting better. I think he has some good veterans around him. Got Kyrie Irving and all these guys. Yeah, man. Yeah. So I got high hopes. I honestly have high hopes for Bronny James. I really do. I really hope he succeeds. I'm not looking for him to be his dad. I'm not looking for that at all. I'd rather him be who he is, the player that he is, and thrive in that. But I do see Bronny James being something serious. I said this before. I said give him 5 years. Give him 5 years. I said give him 5. So, you know what I'm saying? In all fairness, before you take the challenge, I grew up playing with Tyson Wheeler at Toby Man. Oh, word? That's what's up. No, I ain't watching. Let's review again. You gotta already be reviewing. You gotta already be reviewing, man. Listen, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification as well. And if you want to support the channel, the Cash App link is in the comments. It's in the comments, bro. And it's appreciated, not expected. All right. So let's go ahead and move over to this next. Oh, matter of fact, before I go to the next topic, Patreon, and the Discord. So the Discord, for anybody who wants to connect with, connect with other great people, you want to be a part of the ENG community, the ENG community, the E, the N, and the G community, Earn Not Giving community. If you want to be a part of Earn Not Giving community, that link is in the description. And if you want to join the Patreon as well, when you want to know more updates about when our first meetup is going to be, when you want to know about the things that we're going to be doing for the 1K subscribers, all of these different things, you want to be a part of the Patreon, dog. You want to be a part of the Patreon. I'm telling you. And then for all the Patreon members, you'll get to rock one of these joints right here, big dog. You get a lot of compliments on it. Yeah, absolutely. I got you. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. So let's go ahead and move over to this next topic, man. Miss Angel Reese. Shorty has been under a lot of fire. Under a lot of fire, as well as being celebrated a lot. Just recently, she just got her first shoe deal and got her first signature shoe. And now she is on the front cover of NBA 2K26. That's dope. Can't never be mad at nobody who getting their money. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't agree with the fact of, I don't think she's that good. I'm being honest. I don't think she's that good. But I could be wrong. I think she has a lot of work. I think she has a lot of potential. But I think they're giving her way too much clout too early for the wrong reasons at the wrong time. So let's get into it. Gil's Arena, for those of y'all who don't know who Gil's Arena is, Mr. Agent Zero played for the Washington Wizards. Before there was Curry, there was Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas. And they talk about Angel Reese situation, about the NBA 2K26 cover and everything else. So let's go ahead and get into that.
Establishing herself?
Or do you feel like she already is? Would you consider in that superstar?
She walked in the door. She walked in the door as a superstar, right? And,
that's a fact.
There's
okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let it play through. But I'm sorry. But I had to say this. I think one thing that has happened with social media is that a lot of these players, and Gilbert Arenas just said it, I think social media make these people superstars before they actually get into the pro level. When you look at the Angel Reeses, you look at the Caitlin Clarks, you look at the LaMelo Balls, when you look at who else is in the NBA right now where they were getting a lot of clout on social media, and then once they got in the NBA, it's what was that? McClain, the kid McClain who played with the Philadelphia 76ers. Was getting a lot of clout on social media, and then boom, you know what I'm saying, had a lot of clout going into the NBA already. And I think that's a lot. I wouldn't say it's hurting the NBA per se. I don't think so. But at the same time, it takes away. It kind of takes away from those individuals who actually are putting in the work. Not saying that they don't, but I do believe that some people aren't deserving of it. I'm sorry. They just need to put in a little bit more work before they start to get all this recognition and clout. I'm just being honest. And the social media and the NBA or WNBA should not be synonymous to one another. It should be its own separate thing. That's why sponsorship in college sports is controversial. Yeah, I think it is controversial, but I think they also there needs to be a level of there need to be milestones that need to be hit. You need to hit certain milestones in order to start getting that. That's what I think.
Like there was no accolades that she needed. Like her momentum came from college, and
Exactly.
you know, she's benefited in real time on her superstardom.
Exactly.
And she had a very solid rookie season, balling out in the second season, and she not living up to that hype that came with the name that she brought into the league and all that.
No.
Is she living up to the name?
No.
Yeah. In college is what she did. Right.
I don't think so.
She's an entertainer, right? And you know, I know, you know, she's not going to be very welcomed. I mean, none of the two girls are welcome, but it's everyone's looking at one when the other one is not as welcome either. All right, you're talking about you don't really have no stats, and you are the cover girl of the game we've been trying to be the cover of for the last 15 years.
And that's
and
honestly, this is what I don't like. And so this is going to be controversial. This is going to be something that a lot of people may not like, and I really don't care if you don't like it, but I'm going to speak it from we being authentic here, right? We being real, right? This ain't an echo chamber, right? I bet. So I don't think that Angel Reese deserves to be on the NBA cover. I don't. NBA 2K26 cover. Personality, not athlete. Yes, absolutely. She's a personality. She's an athlete, but I don't think she deserves everything that she's getting right now. I don't think she deserves it. She's not that hot of a player to be getting her own signature shoe. But because she has a lot of clout and she's representing this, I gotta say it. Y'all may disagree. Really don't care. She's representing this strong black woman. That's what she's representing. I'm a black woman. I'm in the WNBA. I'm a pretty woman, and I'm a beautiful black woman. You know, I'm a black woman. I stand tall in my shit. Right? That's the narrative. That's the narrative that they're playing. But it's not matching the way that she is, because on the court, she ain't the same. She ain't this beautiful, feminine looking woman. She's just this aggressive, this shit talker, I guess. Shit talker, and it don't match. It's not matching. And then your accolades don't match that either. You just starting to wake up. You just starting to score 20, 16, 20 points here, 15 here, 16 here. Getting your triple doubles now, 5 games straight. That's dope. But before that, you couldn't even make a layup. That was your biggest struggle. One of the easiest thing next to free throws is layups. And I think layups are a lot easier than free throws. If you want to be honest, layups are a lot easier than free throws. But yet, she struggled. Then you got this attitude behavior on the court. You're walking, you're slapping fucking clipboards off of your coach hand. Like, bro, that ain't what people. Nah, that ain't the. And some people on one side are gonna say, "Oh, it's passion. She's full of passion." Absolutely not. But shorty, you just a sophomore in the game. You haven't deserved. You don't earn that yet. You haven't earned the ability to do that. You don't show winning behavior. You ain't got that shit yet. You ain't show, hey, give me the rock. Let me go to work real quick. Let me get a quick 10 buckets from your ass. Ain't nobody looking for you to score. You the trash man. That's what you are. You are the trash man. Get the rebound, put it back up. Play hard. That's all you got. But I think social media has warped that vision of you. And now I think that's what Reebok and McDonald's and all these other companies that sponsor her, I think they're basing it off of that, not her game, not the WNBA. They're basing it off of the clout that she has on social media. And I think that's where she's getting all that from, if I'm being honest. But I think NBA 2K26 fucked up by putting her on the NBA cover. Because now that's really, I gotta say it. You put Angel Reese on the cover, but you don't put Caitlin Clark on the cover. Caitlin Clark is 10 times better than Angel Reese, and you don't put Caitlin Clark on the cover. Which I still stand by. You shouldn't even put Caitlin Clark on the cover. But the fact that you put Angel Reese on the cover and not Caitlin Clark, interesting. But hey, I digress. It is what it is.
signature shoe that we've been trying to get for the last 15 years. You got McDonald's. I didn't. You know what I mean? So she's getting these
Didn't have a
benefits.
McDonald's meal.
Right.
She's getting these benefits because that's what she brings to the table. So no matter what she does on the court, you can sell her. She's marketable. And that's what that superstardom is. That I don't need MVPs. I don't need championships. I don't need nothing. And I can bring in sponsorship like no other. Yep. That's her appeal.
Yep.
So that's called superstardom.
Yep.
Her ceiling goes from coming in like a peak Hall of Fame Dennis Rodman and a rookie year without the polished offensive skills, going into her second, third, fourth year with those things to develop, with this as your base. Dennis Rodman.
I like that Charlotte Hornets jersey.
19, 17, 20. Getting that type of like foundation, I think makes her the most dangerous. I think we never seen anybody in the league, especially the WNBA, come in with that type of rebound and tenacity.
I agree.
Because the girls don't know how to play at that level. Like,
I agree.
To just go get every single rebound like that, like, it's never been like that.
I agree.
So to see her take advantage of that lane, like, this is mine, me bound. Let me get this.
And you talk about the negative connotation of rebound she flipped.
I will give her credit. She capitalized on that me bounds. She said, you know what? You want to say me? Oh, shit. I shouldn't even say it. Fuck. But the word that she said, the word, but she patented that shit. Trademarked it. She trademarked it. So that was a smart play by her. That was a smart play. She's like, all right, I'm gonna feed into it. That was a smart play. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was a solid business move. 1,000%.
Flipped it, turned it into a positive, now selling merchandise. But we talked about it on this couch, and y'all know.
Too late.
It's hard to get your own rebound. So I'm just saying, if you got 4 or 5 people battling for that rebound, you miss a shot and you put it back up, but that's not some easy thing. Like, I'm just gonna go miss a bunch and get my you know what I mean? Like, I'm in there battling.
They said Bill Russell did a lot of that, but listen,
he didn't do it on purpose. George Mikan had a whole drill.
But I'm just saying that if that'll make you a Hall of Famer, shit.
But there's still something to be said about getting those boards when you battling 3, 4 other people that are all battling. Yeah, they're all battling to get that rebound. So even if you want to make that argument, I guess is my point. Now, George Mikan and Bill Russell, different conversation. We used to do the Mikan drill, thinking George Mikan was this offensive beast. The reality is,
you go in to face Angel Reese now, you're looking for, she might put 20 rebounds on your head, type shit. Like she's going out there with that energy. And then she had 22 and 16 or some shit. Like, now she's really putting the ball in the hole. They giving her, putting her in position to score it. That's different. And then them two doing points and assists, points and rebounds, and they both leading the league. They doing what they supposed to do. Prophecy fulfilled.
And then can you how about yourself? I feel like Angel Reese established herself superstar already.
Yeah, Gil said everything that I would have said. So.
It's a weird conversation, man. The WNBA conversation is so weird because they don't, as a group, they don't want to face reality.
Mm-hmm.
And reality.
Yeah, let's keep it a bud then. So if they want to face, if they want to tiptoe around it, I won't. A lot of the shit that they're getting, they don't deserve it yet. A lot of the things that they're getting right now, they don't deserve it yet. And no, it's not because, it's just women's sports. No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. First and foremost, you got to put ass in seats. That's one. You're starting to do it a little better, but are you able to do it without the NBA's help? Are you able to profit on your own without the NBA subsidizing you? Are you able to do that? Are you still able to be profitable without the NBA subsidizing you? That's the first question. That's literally the first question. Now, mind you, I'm not gonna give credit where it's, I'm gonna give credit where it's due. Yeah, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, they brought some more. They brought some heat. They brought some ass into seats. I'll give them that. Caitlin Clark more so than Angel Reese, but Angel Reese is still bringing ass to seats. So Gotta pay the respect where it's due, right? But it ain't enough. Angel Reese said it herself. She made more money from her sponsorships and the brand deals than she do from the WNBA. So that lets you know, again, the WNBA ain't profiting. Slowly getting better, but they ain't profiting like that. Because ain't nobody coming to watch. My question is, where are all the feminists at? Where are all the the feminist women? I'm talking about the raging feminists, raging ones. Where they at? The ones who, women empowerment, women can do everything men can do. Why y'all ain't over there in the seats? Why y'all ain't over there buying Caitlin Clarkson, Angel Reese jerseys? Why aren't y'all doing that? Why aren't y'all selling these jerseys out? Why aren't y'all selling the stands out? Why isn't the gym packed? It should be filled. Every game should be filled with the feminists. Even if you don't even like basketball, the fact that you want to support other women, you should be at the game, buying the jerseys, buying the shoes, buying whatever deals whatever sponsorship deals they have. You should be right on top of it, buying it. Now you see Kate. Now you see Angel Reese on the game, on the NBA 2K. You should be going to buy the game, putting it on the PS5 and playing it. That's what you should be doing. But y'all ain't gonna do that. Guess who is buying it though? Men. Guess who is supporting it? Men. More so than anything. Because why? A lot of them, they understand, they actually love the game. And they want to watch it. They like the fact that sometimes it's refreshing to just watch the women play. Just simply because, you may not see many highlights. You may not see many people high flying dunks. You may not see a lot of that, but you see a lot of women playing hard. Doing their best, playing as hard as they can. Getting a little chippy. You know what I'm saying? Getting a little aggressive. Cool. But you still gotta sell. You still gotta sell tickets. You still gotta profit. So,
reality is, before these two girls, the views wasn't where they were.
Yeah.
Right. You were complaining. You got all these men talking about we should lower the rim. I'm pretty sure you ain't heard that in the last year. Nope. Right. You haven't heard that in the last year. Right. You done heard it for the last 20 years. Right. So, the two girls that's coming in, they're not established. They're not pros like you guys are.
Yeah.
Right. So what they're coming in with is a fan base.
Yep.
Right? It's like coming into the rap game. You already got your shit from goddamn YouTube or whatever.
Yep.
You already got, so your numbers is going to do whatever it's going to do, even though you don't have the stats. I don't have the stats as Asia. I don't have the stats as Collier. I don't have the stats as Stewie, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm here, y'all play, people are going to see it. So you don't need to sit there and throw dirt on me. I'm trying to do my thing. I didn't ask for it. I'm just the one that was granted with the light. So either you can sit there and keep trying to beat on the light or just shine while the light is on you. And that's the thing I'm saying. Like, y'all, listen, people are talking about the W now.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're watching now.
That's true.
Right? We're enjoying. I don't care if you was day one. That's not the point here.
It's true.
Right? We're watching. This is why we're watching. This is why social media is clean. This is why she's getting that. Like, just either you're going to welcome us or not.
Right.
But don't pretend that, the last year group didn't do their damn thing.
Right.
All of them. I mean, we now looking at damn Facebooks. You're getting new followers now, all of y'all.
Yep.
Chicago, y'all getting ranked. Like, we seeing shit that we've never seen before.
That's true. That's true. I agree.
Oh shit, she got that. Like, I mean, just
everybody's benefiting from it.
Yeah.
Because when they play, you guys are on the same court with them, and they can't get every deal.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They can't get every deal. So a lot of people is benefiting from this. So
that's true.
Yeah, no, man. Angel Reese is she came in a superstar. Now it's just time. Yeah, it's going to continue. Just work on her game now, man. Like, just continue to get better on the floor because everything else is going to come with it. She's been in the league 2 years, 2 years All-Star.
Who's bigger off the floor?
Yeah.
I guess we don't see Clark's moves.
That's a good question. Who's bigger off the floor? I guess if you're just looking at it as of right now, I would say probably Angel Reese. She probably got more motion outside of the WNBA. But again, just like Gil said, you don't see her moves for real. So she might be doing heavy lifting that we don't see. So I don't know. It's a good question.
But I don't know. Like, I don't know what, like, we see Angels. We don't see Clark. Like, is she doing
Pacers game? Commercials?
She might be doing
a lot of shit.
Yeah,
bro.
she probably be doing them.
Yeah, that's
them under the table. She's
white.
We don't do them.
Tell y'all what we're doing.
American Express.
She's doing all.
She probably doing them shits we don't see.
She owns part of the internet.
A lot of
Indiana,
a lot of Midwest shit. There's a lot of shit in the Midwest that we're not gonna see out here.
She owns part of the railroad system.
Yeah, that's heavy in the Hy-Vee. Heavy in Hy-Vee.
Like,
spoons.
so just imagine what she went to college at, right? You know how much money she getting when she went to college at?
Yeah.
Off the floor? Where she from and where she plant, man, boy.
Man.
That whole Midwest.
Zippers. She owns zippers. All the zippers.
Zippers.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
It's all case.
I'm like, why these two don't like I know the media puts them against each other. It's like, why don't y'all just team up?
The Magic and Bird.
The Magic and Bird.
Man, come on, man.
Like y'all would
start
like the world is old. Like the world. If you guys
like that, that's what I'm saying. Dive into it, embrace that shit. Lean in, bro. Lean into it. They say ankle to knee. Here you go. Hey, listen, bro. It never fucking fails, bro. I don't know if it's the videos that I bring up, the topics that I bring up, but every time, every fucking show, we see somebody pulling that either a thigh to thigh or ankle to knee, bruh. Every single time. Every single time, dog.
Magic and Bird. Y'all do commercials together. Y'all do a show. Like, it just the Burger King, McDonald's, like, you know what I mean?
But here's my thing, though. Here's my thing. I haven't seen it, and again, maybe I might be a little bit removed. Maybe. How come Caitlin Clark ain't got no shoe deal yet? Ain't she marketable? She's very marketable. Why she ain't got no shoe deal yet? But Angel Reese got one. Listen, man, let me stop. But they should embrace it. I agree. They should embrace it. Pull the Magic and Bird move. Have this whole thing together. Like, literally lean into that shit. That's more money. That's more eyes, more visibility. Come on, man. Give people a story. Give people something like, hey, bro, Angel, look, they go that Angel Reese and Clark shit. When they play against each other, have Angel Reese guard Caitlin Clark and have Caitlin Clark guard Angel Reese, and they go the fuck at it. That's how you gonna bring more ass to seats. Create the rivalry. Lean into the shit. Fuck all that. Oh, well, we just want to have fun, and we're not focused on that. Fuck that. You want to bring ass to seats. That's what you want. You want that stadium packed the fuck out. Who was that complaining? Who was that complaining? Brittany Griner talking about, well, because we got more fans, all the yelling and screaming, and it just kind of distracts us. That's the point. That's why you want more. That's why you want more fans. There's a thing called, the home field advantage. The sixth man. When you got a loud crowd who talking that big talk while y'all hooping, that's what you want when you at home. You want them riding for you, dog. But I do think they should lean into it 1,000%.
Like, oh, like that. There's real things that
explosion will happen. Boom.
Yeah.
Immediately. Them two of the podcast talking.
They did
talking shit. How they did not invite her on the show?
You know why? Because at the end of the day, I don't know if they realize it. Y'all both getting sniped.
Yeah.
You both get, because it's like this. It's like Caitlin Clark,
yep,
Angel Reese, then the rest of the W. They shooting at both y'all, believe it or not. It's like they did. You really think that those girls behind you, Angel, really like happy that you got your signature shoes in your second year?
The moment you don't share
That you're on the
shit.
cover of a video game, that you got McDonald's, Reese's Pieces. Like you really think they actually like you?
The moment you don't share shit.
Like you really think like the shit that these MVPs has gotten. You had more followers in college than the last 4 MVPs combined. You don't think they sitting there like, oh my God, oh man, this is crazy.
It didn't get no better.
You're just too busy looking there. Like if you look back, you'll realize these motherfuckers are sitting there like, get her.
Well, he just added one more to the fray. Paige, shit, you must go ahead and throw her right on in there because she ain't.
Yeah, Paige Booker.
What's so funny?
Wickers.
It's the 2020 class.
Yep.
Yeah, but she stayed one.
I know she stayed one, but that 2020 class,
put her right on.
They coming in different.
They put her on.
They got fam.
And when Juju coming, she's
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna hold you. So I be hooping in those Sabrina Ionescues though. Them shit's comfortable as hell, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love them. I love them kicks. I love them. Them hoes is fire. They feel just like Kobe's. I love those kicks, man. I do.
Complete all of it. The game, the face, the charisma, the style.
All of it. So there you have it right there. Now you got Michael Jordan, right? Hey.
Then enters the game.
They got Dr. J, Magic, Bird. Then
man, at the end of the day, I just think they should lean into it. I honestly think that it's too early to give Angel Reese the cover of the NBA 2K6. Some people may not agree. Cool, it is what it is, but I don't think she deserves it yet. I don't give a fuck what type of following she got that she brought from college. Really don't give a fuck. She don't deserve to be on there. You got other women who are going fucking nuts. The Asia Wilsons, the Sabrina Ionescues. Who else you got? That's balling right now? I don't even know. But those are my main two. What's her name? What's her name? Kelsey Palmer. Kelsey Palmer out there doing her thing. She ain't even got a shoe deal yet. You know what I mean? So nah, bro. But Angel Reese. But again, I get it. Social media, the following that she has, people finna go buy her shoes. I don't see a lot of women that's gonna go buy them though. I'm gonna see a lot of men that's gonna buy them. Guarantee it. Just pay attention to the NBA and watch and see how many men are gonna have the Reeboks on who gonna be supporting the Angel Reese's, and pay attention to how many women are actually buying the Angel Reese's. That's all I'm gonna say. So look, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure I hit that bell notification. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the comments, big dog. So let's go ahead and go over to the next topic. The main topic of tonight, Mr. Shannon Sharpe. Hey, yo, Skip. I'm going to tell you something, Skip. Let me tell you something, Skip. Skip. Hey, yo, Skip. Listen here, Stephen A. Kobe Bryant, Melissa Bryant, Lakers in 5. Oh shit, let's get into it, dog.
An abuse lawsuit. Shannon Sharpe's legal counsel showed up, but the plaintiff's legal team, not so much. The surprise no-show raises some serious questions about the future of a case already loaded with explosive allegations and high-stakes drama. We are going to break down how all of this unfolded, what could come next.
Wait, hold the fuck on. Bro, what you say? Watch Reese pump fake wide open to just pass. Hey, look. Listen. As a watcher, as a fan, you sitting up there watching her. You see her do it. You see her do a wide open pump fake. Do a pump fake wide open. You just look like this. Like, shorty, what you pump faking for? You know what? There's a lot I've seen in my years of hooping. I've seen a lot of girl players do that. Like, why you pump faking for? Just go. There's nobody in front of you. There's nobody contesting you. Just go. Just go to the just drive to the basket. Why the fuck you pump faking for? That shit crazy. Listen, did y'all see the clip where Angel Reese had the ball up top and she was waving everybody like, nah, I got her, bro. I got her, bro. Like, oh, ISO. Got the Kobe. Hey, ISO. She tried to drive that home, got straight ripped. He's like, bro, you did all that just to get ripped. You did all that to get your cookies took. That shit is wild to me, bro. And I'm like, who let her do that? Who let her do that? Oh, bro, that shit's funny as hell, dog. I thought she was gonna get a mean bucket, at least a little. Nah, I can't. Hey, bro, we can't say that. We can't say that word no more, fam. She trademarked it. She trademarked it. We can't say the word, bro. Unless you want to be coming out them pockets. I already accidentally said it earlier.
In a lawsuit that is tangled in celebrity controversy, and what we should be thinking about as we talk next moves for Shannon Sharpe. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. The first hearing in the explosive $50 million civil lawsuit against Pro Football Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe took an unexpected twist on July 9th, 2025, and that is when apparently no attorney representing the plaintiff showed up at the Clark County District Court out in Nevada. Unusual, potentially damaging. We're going to discuss that. But you have to start asking questions about the direction, maybe the stability of a lawsuit that's delivered more than its fair share of surprises since first grabbing the headline several months ago. Now, before we dive into the latest developments, got to do a little bit of a rewind here. So the lawsuit that was filed on April 20th, 2025 by prominent Houston attorney Tony Busby on behalf of an anonymous woman in her 20s contains graphic allegations against the former NFL tight end turned media superstar Shannon Sharpe. And the complaint alleges that Sharpe engaged in what is essentially a pattern of sexual violence and psychological abuse during what began as a consensual relationship with the plaintiff, who, by the way, is apparently more than 30 years his junior. According to court documents, the plaintiff met Sharpe at a Los Angeles gym when she was just 19 years old, and the lawsuit claims that Sharpe, quote, incessantly pursued the young woman, demanding her phone number, eventually asking her to visit his home. And most disturbingly, possibly, is the filing alleges that Sharpe required this woman to sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, before their first meetings, although this request is something she repeatedly refused. Now, the relationship, according to her, allegedly turned abusive, verbally screaming at or berating her, violent sexual episodes, control. But the most graphic allegation.
I know y'all don't believe that, right? Do y'all believe that? Be honest. Am I off? I don't believe it. I definitely don't believe
it. Described Sharpe allegedly sexually assaulting and raping her, including ignoring her screams and refusing to wear a condom. Now, the lawsuit also claims that Sharpe secretly recorded their intimate encounters, shared the videos without her consent. But maybe the most chilling aspect of this are the alleged threats that were captured in audio recordings that were released by Tony Busby. In fact, in one clip, a voice identified as Sharpe's can be heard saying, "If you say that word one more time, I'm going to bleep and choke the bleep out of you when I see you." Now, the woman, allegedly the plaintiff in the case, then can be heard saying she doesn't want that, while the voice resembling Sharpe responds, "Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter." So it becomes a question, do you take that literally, or...
No, you don't. You don't take it literally, because y'all know what type of freak Shannon Sharpe is. You don't take it literally, because I'm pretty sure they were doing... Listen, they were some actors in the situation. You know, the whole BDSM race play type shit. That's what they were into. I don't think it was a serious thing, but I think that she recorded it to make it seem as if that's what it was, but it really wasn't. Guarantee it. Listen, you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing. Nope, we good. We good. What's good, Tech Coach Ralph? What's good with you, big dog?
I think the other way of looking at it from the defense's point of view would be this is role playing of some kind. Well, Sharpe has adamantly denied all the allegations through his attorney, or one of his attorneys, Lanny Davis.
You think he a dirtbag? You think he a dirtbag? Or is he just a freak? You think he a dirtbag? You think he just, or is he just a freak though? Damn, hate is a strong word. Why you hate him? Why do you hate him though? I need to know, why do you hate him though? Hate is a very strong word.
Who called the lawsuit, quote, a classic definition of blackmail. And the former NFL star took to Instagram shortly after the lawsuit became public, posting a video where he called the allegations, quote, a shakedown, promised to fight back aggressively. Quote, what they're getting is sued, Sharpe declared in the since deleted post. And he even suggested that Busby planned to release edited portions of a sex tape and challenged him to release the full recording.
This is a shakedown. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
So now let's talk a little law here. So typically, defendants in lawsuits, in federal lawsuits, are given 21 days to respond with an answer once they're provided the summons and complaint. An answer being where they go through the allegations in the complaint line by line, paragraph by paragraph, and they admit, deny, say they don't have enough information. It's a response. And, you know, what's interesting about this is, according to reporting from the New York Post, it doesn't seem that Sharpe has legally responded as of yet. Can't really confirm that, but that's what the reporting seems to suggest. And we'll talk more about that when we get into it. But first, I want to bring on a special guest to help me break down the latest, including what happened in this hearing. I am joined by sports attorney Dan Lust, professor, New York Law School. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for taking the time.
Always good to see you, Jesse. Happy to help.
Thanks. So what are the typical timelines for a high-profile civil lawsuit like this to progress from filing?
I just think a lot of these cats, once they get to a certain position, they get freaky. Well, I ain't gonna say they get freaky. They always been that way. You know what I'm saying? And then they just found a lot of these shorties. They found a loophole. Let's be real. No Diddy. I think the nigga just a freak, bro. I think he just want to clap younger cheeks. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She of age, right? She of age. It is what it is, bro. He got caught slipping. And I mean, he just wanted to clap cheeks, dog. And he apparently, you could tell, you know, he old country bumpkin ass nigga. So he liked that race play type shit, especially little, you know what I'm saying, little white women. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. Big Cop Diesel motherfucker, you know, what's his name from the Green Mile? You know, Sus, you know, Sus, I like you and I want you. You know what I mean? So I mean, hey man, let that man live, bro. You just trying to get that man money.
To resolution. Am I right that it's 21 days to respond? I mean, is it typical? How does it work for people who don't know how civil lawsuits typically work?
Yeah, I mean, this is like law school basics, right? We're talking about how a lawsuit started, right? There's the filing of the complaint. There's the service of the complaint. So, you know, certainly depends on what court you're in, what state you're in. But generally, right, once you are served with the complaint, sometimes you have 21 days. Sometimes you add some more time if it's personal service versus a mailing, right? But either way, once a commencement papers are started, you have a set amount of days to respond to that. Otherwise, you risk being held in default, either by plaintiff's counsel's motion or sometimes, right, particularly in federal court, something like sua sponte, right? And that's a fun Latin term where the judge themselves decides to hold you in default. So it is somewhat odd, and I know Jesse there's probably more questions than answers. We get to this hearing, and we have no response from defendant, but we also have a no-show from plaintiff. So it's not really your typical setting how we're starting this debate. In this case, a very high-profile case. But I wouldn't say this is following the normal playbook, so to speak.
By the way, as we're talking about a big lawsuit like this, how could I not talk about experts in the litigation field? Morgan & Morgan. This is America's largest injury law firm, our sponsor.
That's cool.
In the past few months,
this could
happen in a second, because I think it's interesting that apparently a lawyer didn't show up and why that might have happened. But going back to this, if it's real, if the reporting's true, and this was filed in April, I mean, we're already in July. We would say 21 days, 30 days. I didn't see anything. Yeah, I didn't see anything about him getting some sort of extension. He might have, but
you talking about Magic Johnson?
But what would be the reason to not prepare an answer? And would there be a situation where the court says we're going to allow the case to go forward? You're not in default. Just file an answer as soon as you can. I mean, it just seems strange that based on the reporting, I think it was from the New York Post a few days ago, that they said there was no legal response yet. Can you give any insight into that?
Yeah, I mean, this is, I tell my clients, right, like the wheels of justice turn very slowly. And sometimes you don't really have an answer, right? And sometimes just, hey, what is stopping these attorneys from just kind of pushing the case out indefinitely? So behind the scenes, judges are graded on their own rubrics about how quickly they're adjudicating cases.
Where do you see evil though? Where do you see evil? Where do you see evil at?
So no judge is in the business of just allowing a case to be, we'll say, extended indefinitely. And judges, part of their job, in addition to getting a decision on the merits or pushing the parties toward a settlement, is to push the parties in some direction and not just kind of lay out there. And Jesse, just I guess like strategically, when Lanny Davis came onto the case, he came in very aggressively, and
I just see a country bumpkin ass nigga. That's what I see. I see country bumpkin, deep South, muscle bound, race playing ass nigga. That's what I see. Who like white women. That's all I see. I'm looking. I see it. I just see a country bumpkin, wide nose, dark skinned individual who just like busting down the hose. That's what I see. Nah, ain't no devil in the smile. I don't see it.
I know we spent a lot of time in our last conversation talking about making public of certain settlement negotiations. Lanny Davis also said that Sharpe was going to go on the aggressive with his own defamation case. So, I just from the initial posturing of the case, Sharpe is not taking an aggressive standpoint. Quite the contrary. He's just kind of playing wait and see, I guess, for lack of a better term. So, if people have questions as to why Sharpe and his legal team, and I think there's some new lawyers involved now, it's certainly a changing of the strategy, which on day one was let's go 100 miles per hour, let's go on the offensive. And now when you don't really file an answer, it's safe to say you're not even playing defense. You're just kind of doing nothing.
Is that typical in the sense, like you could say, okay, well, there's a change in circumstances. We're going to come off aggressive first, but things can change. It's not necessarily that there was a mistake made with that comment. I mean, there could be a situation where you say a thing one day and then there's a change in circumstances the next, right? I mean, I hear exactly what you're saying. And I believe Lonnie Davis had talked about how Shannon Sharpe had rejected a settlement offer. And like you said, we talked about that. Was that wise to make that public? But I guess there could be maybe just a reason why there seems to be a change.
I'll give you my best guess, right? So it looks like Lanny Davis, for we'll say best case scenario, is one of now a number of lawyers involved on Sharpe's side. So it could be, right, you have new representation, they want to slow things down, they want to just change the gear, right? The other, just I want to throw this out there, and again, you and I are trying to make sense of what is pretty much a barren docket at this point. Why, and certainly on the plaintiff side, people are not, this is not a foreign concept. plaintiff's attorneys in a case like this will generally work off of some contingency. So they'll get paid, assuming plaintiff side wins, right? They're not generally working off of a billable hour system. Very different on the defense side, where defense counsel are getting paid by the hour. Right?
Oh, word, he did. Oh, so he got in trouble a few times. We're dealing with what though? Like as far as rape allegations or dealing with younger chicks? Let me see. Has nothing to do with South. My baby's family is from the South, and his cousin is a Patriot. When Brady was playing, oh, trust me, there's a difference between South and country bumpkin South. I'm from the South. I ain't country bumpkin South. He a country bumpkin South. That's two. Those are two different Souths. Yeah, I'm Mobile, Alabama South. He backwood, country in the wood, small, extremely small town country. That's a country bumpkin nigga there. They eat coon and gizzard and damn near anything they can find in the woods. Raccoon stew type nigga. No, that's a difference. That's a difference. It's a big difference.
Right, billable hours. So if Sharpe side were to take an aggressive standpoint,
yeah, he the type of nigga, he'll pick up a log and carry that hole on his shoulder. That's a different type of country. You hear me? Kind of picks out different from Gator wrestling. You feel me? So that shit way different.
Defense case. For the most part, again, we're not aware of what Sharpe's arrangement is here, but you'd be paying attorneys by the hour to take an aggressive standpoint on that defense. Now, hypothetically, Jesse, let's say the parties, since you and I last spoke, right, at the end of April, beginning of May, whenever that was, let's say the parties have made some additional traction towards settlement. And as Sharpe's lawyer, Davis, said, at one point they were making some progress. So let's say over the last 2 months or so, they've made some progress. That would be a reason to slow down these court proceedings. So Sharpe side is not racking up the legal hours, speeding a case along in terms of starting the process of discovery and getting a deposition schedule. And maybe they're having some real substantive momentum of moving this forward. That's also a plausible explanation. And it's not just changing of the guard. It could be some progress is being made behind the scenes that you and I wouldn't see.
Well, let's talk about it, because let's go to this hearing. So Judge Anna Albertson presided over what should have been a routine meeting for the civil suit that has obviously made national headlines since it was filed in April. But instead, the hearing became notable for who wasn't there. Any legal representation for the anonymous female plaintiff accusing the 57-year-old media personality of sexual assault, battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Only one attorney appeared in that downtown Las Vegas courtroom. There was Robert DeMarco, who's representing Sharpe's legal team, which, by the way, is primarily composed of New York-based lawyers. And DeMarco explained to Judge Albertson that other attorneys on Sharpe's team they were currently handling.
I tell you what, though, that nigga nose big as a motherfucker, boy. Nigga take everybody oxygen that's around him. Shit.
Cases out of state, so he was there.
But I need to know what it is, though. Because I'm sorry. I gotta disagree with you, Snow Bunny. I don't think there's nothing wrong with him. I don't. I just think he's just a freak. I gotta call a spade a spade. I think he's just a freak. Do I think he probably got an attitude problem? 100%. But nah, I don't think it's to the point that what people are making it. I really don't.
Now, the defense requested a 45-day extension to review the case's progress, which the judge granted, despite, and this was interesting, despite expressing surprise that Sharpe's team wasn't pushing for a quicker resolution, meaning like a settlement. So the next hearing is now scheduled for September 3rd. Dan, a lot to make here. How on earth is it possible that an attorney for the plaintiff doesn't show up? How unusual is that? Is there a significant reason why that would happen? I can't imagine it's strategic. You got to show up to court. Well, what's going on here? Does it say, wait a second, maybe this, I mentioned the words.
Listen, I done hung out with many people before. I don't get that vibe from them. Don't.
Stability. Does it give you questions about the stability of this case?
Stability, viability. I mean, we can say that, but again, let's just play it like if a plaintiff's attorney doesn't show up to a case that they've commenced, right? They've made these big public statements, the case is out there, and you just no-show. and I understand maybe the attorneys are out of town, whatever else. There is, at least as far as I can tell, no tactical or strategic advantage to making yourself look bad in front of the judge, right? And we're not aware of this. It's possible there were conversations between the lawyers to maybe adjourn the appearance if you couldn't be available. It's possible. But strategically, I can't see the reason for not showing up if you're the plaintiff side. Now that's, I guess, step one, right?
And then the fact that the attorney didn't show up on the plaintiff side, that's not a good look. It's not a good look. That's not a good look.
I don't have the answer to that. It could be right in my second scenario I laid out for you. That they're getting close on settlement and they don't need to move things along with the judge. It's possible. And I guess, Jesse, before I move on to the other part of this, if the sides are working towards some type of resolution, neither side, and they think it's plausible, they're making some real progress, it behooves both sides to get a discovery schedule from the judge that would set up these set dates that they have to accommodate by in the exchange of discovery and whatnot. So that would kind of put the gas pedal on the commencement of the case in real settings with the judge. So that seems to line up that defense counsel would say, hey, no big deal, plaintiff's not here. Let's kick this out 45 days. Because alternatively, right, if there's no settlement progress and the parties aren't on the same page, if I'm accused, like Lanny Davis mentioned, of a completely frivolous case and this whole thing is defamatory, I am kicking and screaming that plaintiffs who commenced this case couldn't take the time to show up for the initial hearing. And we didn't hear that from Sharpe.
And that's my thing too. You're the plaintiff. You're the one who's posing this shit. Why the fuck aren't you showing up? The judge should have dismissed it right there. Like, nope, we ain't finna do that. You ain't finna waste my time. Nope, dismissed. Nope, over with. That's why I couldn't be a judge. I couldn't be a judge. I couldn't be a police officer. I think I'll let a lot of things slide. I ain't gonna hold you. If you wasted my time in court, I'm slamming the gravel. Bah, bah. Listen, I come here. I could have been doing something else right now. I could have been golfing. I could have been hooping. I could have been chilling. Could have been doing anything right now. But I'm here. And the lawyer chooses not to show up. You know what? All charges or all allegations, we just gonna cut it. We just gonna say, nah, we good. We gonna call it. And it's over with. Case dismissed. We gone. Case dismissed. Ain't got time to play with y'all, man. You wasting my goddamn time because you don't want to show up. Cause I was getting some head, getting some head. Yeah, bro.
Upside. So I think it's, again, trying to make sense of what we have here. It seems that both parties are on the same page, or else, defense counsel didn't create a clean record as to this inexcused absence from plaintiff side, which should have been cause for concern.
I think you make a really fair analysis of what might be going on. I agree with you. You think it was interesting that the judge even said, you want to push this out more? I mean, the judge even said there seemed to be a surprise that it's not being resolved. Does that give you a sense of where the judge's head is regarding maybe what's happening behind the scenes, but also maybe the merits of the case or the substance of the case?
Well, yeah, and let's not just say it was kicked for 45 days is a long time, right? You go in front of federal judges and you ask for an extension, right? I was in court somewhat recently, and we asked for an extension of a preliminary conference, very similar to what's going on here. And the judge, federal court judge, said, no, not doing that. Come to court and explain to me why you needed kicked. So 45 days is a long period of time for the adjournment, too. It's not 7 days, it's not a week. It's not, hey, judge, we're working it, we'll come right back. Defense counsel pushing this out 45 days to make up for plaintiff's counsel not being there is also worth paying attention to. I would say maybe a week, 2 weeks,
that's
tops 30 days.
That's what I'm saying too, bro. Like, man, listen, bro, I'm finding all kind of ways. I'm like, look, bro, you in here because you trying to get to this man's pockets. You know how many cases I done been through, and I done seen situations like this. I done seen women like you, when men of this stature, men of this type of tier, you come in here talking about allegedly what happened and what this man did to you, all because he's starting to get some money and you want a piece of that. You want a piece of the pie. No, we ain't doing that today. No. All of it denied. You ain't getting nothing out of them. No, done. Bah, bah. Dismissed. Ain't happening.
45 days gives you a signal that the parties are in no rush to proceed on this. And again, I'm just looking at what Lanny Davis, the initial counsel for Sharpe, said on here. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to file for defamation. We haven't seen those, and we don't really see a pushing of the pedal in this case. So
But you know what's funny though? If Shannon Sharpe come back and then file a lawsuit and say for defamation and he win, that shit'd be funny as hell.
My spider sense is going off that the parties are in some type of communication working towards resolution. Again, not confirmed, but that's what the breadcrumbs seem to say.
You think it'd be advantageous for Shannon Sharpe to settle this lawsuit after the comments that were made, after his defense, after what he's being accused of? Do you think from a legal point of view and a career point of view and a PR point of view, it would make sense to settle the case?
It's tough to say, right? There will be a public that goes out and says any type of settlement, even if it's a no pay settlement, even if there's no admission of guilt and there's some public statement that we settled it just to move on, there will be a good portion of the public that will view this as being an admission of guilt, even if it's not. So for Sharpe's career, that's very public focused and media focused. You wouldn't recommend a settlement on a case you have no liability on. But as we know from Sharpe's side, and this was, I remember, Jesse, you and I spoke about this initially, for Sharpe's side to admit that they themselves were offering millions of dollars to settle the case, that plaintiff's side was refusing, tells you, right, that they wanted to settle this. So it's not really what I think is, or what you think is wise or unwise. Sharpe's own legal representatives are out there saying that they have had previously millions of dollars in authority to settle the case. So he kind of has to eat that fact. And this is, again, me. I didn't understand the logic behind it at the time. That type of admission that we're trying to settle this case as a 7-figure plus valuation. And shortly after that lawyer made those statements public to the world, that's when Sharpe had to step aside from ESPN. So
look at that thigh pocket up there. Look at that thigh pocket up there. Look at the thigh pocket up there. She still got a job. She's still working. Even after the shit that she said and did, she's still up there. Well, of course, not with FS1, but she's still out here working. She still got a job. That thing up there literally was saying that she was gonna lie. Was gonna lie and say that she was SA, bro. People were still rocking with her. Shit crazy. When you got some jugs and a pretty face, they're gonna rock with you regardless.
Even the entertainment of settlement seemed to distance himself from ESPN. So that's why we have very mixed messaging from Sharpe's camp as a whole. And I think what's best for his career would be to fight these tooth and nail on the merits, especially after your lawyer came out and said this was defamatory.
And think about who he's going up against, because let's talk for a second about the plaintiffs.
Nah, bro. Nah, she's not with FS1 anymore. I don't think she is. At least I haven't seen her on FS1.
Choice of attorney, which has added just another layer of intrigue to this case. We're talking about Tony Busby, gained national attention for representing more than 20 women in sexual misconduct cases against NFL quarterback Deshaun Watson. He's also filed lawsuits.
Come on, y'all. Give me a sec. Let me check something out. Let me check something out real quick. Give me a sec. What's her name? Oh, never. I was wrong. She still is with FS1. She's still with FS1. Being from South Florida, I remember listening to her on AM radio in the morning, driving work like 15 years ago. Never knew how she looked. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Joy Take. Yeah, she's still with FS1, bro. That shit wild. Even after lying, she's still with FS1. That is crazy. That's wild. But Shannon Sharpe had to dip. He had to leave off of the allegation. Boy, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? I feel so strong about this. If you truly feel you have been violated, you need to call the police or go to a hospital. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Now, not this whole I don't know. I feel as if this. Nah, fuck how you feel. Is that what it is, bro? We can't keep going off of feeling because of how you feel because of something that happened. Nah, bro. Nah, fam. You know what happened. You know what went down. Go to the police immediately if the shit actually happened. Don't start coming back 10 years later, months later, after you already consented several fucking times and you was spreading the cheeks open and he was hip thrusting you the entire time. Race plan and all that shit. Now all of a sudden you want to come out. Oh, well, he was raping me and shit. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. I don't want to hear that no more. Then you got chicks like Joy Taylor who use their looks to get in certain areas and get in certain places. She spread the cheeks open to get thrusted down by certain people in a certain position, and then uses that to try to then play them or blackmail them. Like, well, if this wouldn't have happened, then I would have said that he SA'd me. Like, bro, what kind of shit is that? What type of shit is that? Why can't you just be a thought and just call it what it is? Like, look, bro, I was just being a freak. I wanted to get hip thrusted. Why can't you just be that and just leave it as what it is? You gonna get more respect that way. Like, look, man, I just wanted to spread the cheeks over. I just wanted him to get behind me and hip thrust me. Cool. Respect. I feel it. Do your thing, shorty. Everybody got needs. You an adult. Do your thing. Ain't nobody gonna pay attention to it. That shit crazy to me. I never understood that. Oh, but I don't want people to look at me like I'm a hoe. What shit? You was a hoe for a night. Call it what it is. It is what it is. It felt good. You had a good time. You weren't there for a long time. You were just there for a good time. Call it for what it is, bro. Just call it for what it is.
Lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs, famously pursued a then dropped case against Jay-Z that resulted in the rapper countersuing. And on his Instagram announcing the Sharpe lawsuit, Busby had written, "I'm extremely proud to represent Jane Doe. It takes a great deal of courage to stand up against those with power, fame, and money. I look forward to pressing this case in court." But Busby's absence at the July 9th hearing seemed...
Look at this nigga here.
seemingly without an explanation or local counsel appearing on his behalf. I mean, this is just based on what we're seeing in the reporting. Maybe there's something else going on as we're talking about. It certainly could raise eyebrows. So, Dan, when you think about his involvement in this case, how does that factor everything in?
Well, it's funny you said that, right? Like, I'm looking forward to pressing this case. And again, we're talking about what Sharpe's representative said on day one, what they're doing today. Busby is saying, I'm looking forward to
see what in Hove the Devil. I mean, I ain't gonna. Possibly, shit, it could be.
Pursuing, and on his Instagram, announcing in the reporting, maybe there's something else going on as we're talking about. It certainly could raise eyebrows. So, Dan, when you think about his involvement in this case, how does that factor everything in?
Well, it's funny you said that, right? Like, I'm looking forward to pressing this case. And again, we're talking about what Sharpe's representative said on day one, what they're doing today. Busby is saying, I'm looking forward to pressing this case. And correct me if I'm wrong, Jesse, impossible to press the case if you don't show up to court and the case gets kicked.
I didn't even need to go to New York Law School to know that. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you see my eyebrows? They're raised. They're very high. They're not like Dwayne The Rock Johnson raised, but they're up here. I mean, to put it bluntly, if you don't show up for court and it becomes a public record that you didn't show up to court, and you as the client are not aware that your lawyer planned not to show up for court, if there was some settlement, it is seemingly a fireable offense. Like, your job is to advance the case to get me paid, and you didn't show up. So, if Busby is off the case, right? If we see some type of substitution of counsel on the record, that would be very interesting. But the fact that we have not yet, and again, it's only been a couple of days since it happened, tells you that this was probably some coordinated effort. Again,
all right. So I'm gonna stop it there. Well, so what do y'all think is gonna happen? So what, since Busby decided not to show up, and now they gotta wait 45 days, what do y'all think is gonna happen? I'm gonna call it now. Shorty ain't getting shit. They might, okay, let me rephrase that. She might get, they might settle. They might settle. They might. That's a huge might. They might settle. But I hope she don't get shit. I hope she don't get shit. And I don't think she, and if they do, she gonna settle, but I don't think she gonna get nothing. I don't. I could be wrong. And then Shannon Sharpe gonna come back and sue their ass for defamation and gonna get everything up out of them. And he gonna be even richer. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Not a damn thing. You feel me, Pam? You feel me? I'm telling you, not a damn thing. No telling the way the judges move these days. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Ain't no telling. We just gonna have to figure it out. You feel me? You're gonna have to figure it out. Just gonna have to figure it out. What he says that looks fade, alizations are forever, and Tiffany in your voice. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Jail time. You think he'll get jail time? Nah, I don't think he gonna get no jail time. I don't think he gonna see jail. He ain't gonna see jail time. Nope. I don't think he gonna see jail time. I don't think so, bro. Nah, I don't think he gonna see no jail time. Because it's already not looking good. It's already not looking good. I don't think nothing gonna happen. Oh, she needs jail time, 1,000% for lying. That, you know what? I think they need to start doing that. They need to start doing it. If they can't, we can't keep taking people's word. Oh, well, they did this, they did. Nope. I need to show the what would you call it? I need to see the test kit. I need to see when you filed the report. How long did it take you to file the report? I need to see all of that. If it ain't within this certain time frame, we throwing that shit out. We throwing it out. Because there are too many people getting caught up in these bullshit situations because of Shorty. She was hoeing around. She wanted to be a 304 for the night. But then when a nigga goes to her, or he didn't give her the attention that she thought that she deserved, or the attention that she wanted, and he goes to her ass, and all of a sudden she feels some type of way. She feel, oh, I just feel so used. I feel like a piece of meat. Well, you were for the night. It is what it is. You were just there for a good time, not a long time. It is what it is. You gotta live with it. But guess what? You consented to it. You decided to lay down with him. Live with it, bro. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with getting buzzed down. It ain't nothing wrong with it. If you want to be a hoe for a day, cool, do it. Do your thing. Have fun. Enjoy it. Get your shit off. Do what you gotta do. But then don't come back and try to. Don't then come back and then try to say, you know what? I don't know. I felt as if, I just don't know. He touched me wrong. Nah, I don't want to hear that shit. You knew what you was doing. You knew what the fuck you were doing. Listen, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit that bell notification. And if you want to support the channel, the link is in the comments on the Cash App. And listen, let's get more people in the Patreon too. Because that's where you're gonna get all the updates for the meetup. We're gonna have exclusive videos coming in there soon. I'm still trying to figure out what type of videos I want to post in there though. I'm not sure yet. I want to see what angle I want to take. I want to see what the people want. So I'm listening to the people to see what type of energy I want to bring and what type of videos that they want to see. what things that they want to learn, the things that I can teach them. You know, you feel me? You feel me? So we're gonna get into that. We'll figure all that shit out. But yeah, make sure you join the Patreon. And also, if you want to be on the panel, on Tuesday nights, you got to get in the Discord. You got to get in the Discord. I won't allow you on the panel at all if you're not in the Discord. I'm keeping it above. So you got to be a part of the ENG community on the Discord. All right? So cool. Let's go ahead and go to the next topic. Woo-wee. I'm pretty sure y'all haven't heard. Well, some of y'all heard about Keita Rose from tonight's conversation, and you know how she went on her little, how she wanted to tell, out everybody on tonight's conversation in their situation. You know how messy they can get, with all the Randy and all that shit. Yo, matter of fact, real quick before I get into it, what the fuck happened to that show? Let's rant about it. What the fuck happened to that show? Because it was here for a moment, and all of a sudden I don't see it no more. Did they cancel that shit? What the hell happened? Somebody let me know. Because at one moment I'm seeing post after post. I'm seeing not tonight's comments. I'm seeing let's rant about it. I'm seeing all of that shit, but all of a sudden I don't see the videos no more. I don't see none of that shit no more. Was it not pulling the numbers that it should have been pulling? Shit, that's probably what it was. It probably lost funding, huh? They probably lost funding. Said I might have to ask Randy. Yeah, because I seen Anton on there a couple of times, and after that, I stopped seeing him on there. I stopped seeing him on Let's Rant About It, and then I seen 2K up on there for a minute, and after that, it just died down. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, I don't even see Randy post no more for real on IG or nothing. So I wonder what the fuck happened there. But anyway, yeah, she probably got busy with some other stuff. I thought so, Teco. I thought he was funding it, but I guess it just wasn't doing numbers like it was supposed to do. So, well, let's go to this next topic, man. Miss Keita Rose, man. Let's see what she's talking about, because this shit wild too.
The color grading.
Maybe it's color. Let me start it back a little bit.
Well,
let's start it back just a tad bit.
Man, what happened with that? Why did
I was on TC for 4 years. So to say like what happened with it, it's just
no. And you know what? First,
what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Where did I start?
How did you get on there?
Ace had hit me up in my DMs. He had saw that I, talk about relationships amongst other things, and when I do my little rants, and so he decided to invite me on tour, and that was the first time I've ever been on a tour. So I was like, well, what do I have to do? He's like, say what you say, on your videos on a stage. And so I said, okay, sell merch. Taught me how, about Shopify. I bought me a t-shirt press. I started making cups and shit, and I was like, I'm in business.
Now, you played a pivotal role. You and the other light-skinned dude with the glasses.
I keep calling Trip light-skinned.
He's not light-skinned? He
looked to me.
He looked light-skinned on TV.
Maybe that was the color grading.
Maybe it was color. That nigga look hella light-skinned.
The one that got all the knowledge.
Yeah.
Trip's really intelligent. Very intelligent.
So, like, at what point did you see like this might not be for me? Or what were some of the signs that
some of the signs early on was like him cheating. Him being a fucking cheater.
Like a disrespectful cheater, was it like there's levels of cheating?
It was to me as I'm a woman.
Right.
So to me
here's my thing. Let me say, I gotta say this. I can't stand a chick who don't know how to keep her fucking mouth shut. Bro, why are you putting everybody's business out in the street? I don't care if they owe you money. I don't care about that, bro. Keep that shit to yourself. Ain't no reason to be putting their shit out in the street. Hey, bro, come on, dog. Some of y'all hoes just talk too much. And that's why nobody don't want to fuck with a lot of y'all, bro. Y'all niggas always talking. Y'all want to talk. Y'all got to gossip. Y'all got to put everybody else's business out in the street because you felt like you were wrong. Go handle that shit. Go handle that shit like a woman. Put your big girl pants on. Go talk to that man face to face. Stop acting out. Stop crashing the fuck out. Have the fucking conversation. Look, bro. Hey, I need my money. I need you to do this, that, and the third. Listen, I ain't gonna out you. I ain't gonna do none of that shit, but I need you to pay me my money. This is between you and me. This ain't between you, me, and the world. This is between you and I. You need to pay me. We agree on this shit right here. Pay me my money, dog. That's all I ask. I don't want nothing else to do. I said I want to cut ties. I just need my check, and I'll get the fuck on. Now you want to go on tour. You want to do all these fucking interviews talking about everybody else's life and what they got going on. Who fucking who not fucking nobody, who wanted to fuck you, who was doing this, who was back doing. Like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, why? Keep that shit like it. Don't know. Let's keep it. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. Cool. It's gossip. It's gossip for the time right now, so they can talk about it and they can go tell everybody else. Why? Y'all don't tell everybody else about. Y'all don't tell everybody else about everything else that's going on in y'all life. Y'all don't tell people about when y'all struggling or broke. Y'all don't tell people about who y'all fucking around with. Y'all don't tell anybody about who y'all DMing. Y'all don't talk about none of that extra shit. But then the moment that y'all feel some type of way because you felt that you were wronged or you feel some type of way emotionally, you feel as if you need to go tell the whole world. For what? For what? Live that shit down, go heal, and move the fuck on. All this telling shit, like, bro, all this telling shit, gossiping shit. But then y'all won't go tell, on man them when they out here killing people in the streets. The nigga didn't cheat publicly. So why you want to put it? Why you want to put the shot in the streets? He didn't cheat publicly. So because you and your feelings now you feel as if you need to go out him. For what? One thing about me, bro. One thing about me. If you playing me, if you doing me dirty, or if I feel wrong in some type of way, and I have been wrong before. You know what I'm saying? People have wronged me. Some people have, scammed me, whatever the case may be. And I know these people personally. I don't have a reason to go and put their business out in the street, though. I don't. If it's not affecting you physically, meaning nobody's dying or nobody has to go to the hospital for this shit, like, bro, it don't matter, bro. Water on the bridge, it is what it is, bro. I'll hold that ill. I'll just make sure I have better discernment next time. Move on, bro. Like, I just don't understand it, but I kind of went on a derailment right there. My bad.
A woman, full blown,
Hold up, what'd you say? Cause you heard me, never heard the word. I don't, but that's the point. It don't matter about your wrath or a woman scorned. No, I don't care about that. Be scorned at home. Go fuck up some shit at your own house. There ain't no reason to go tell on nobody else. For what? What that's gonna do for you? You still gonna be hurt. You still gonna be pissed. That ain't doing nothing for nobody. All you doing is hurting everybody because you want everybody else to hurt because you're hurting. Suck it up. Be a big girl. Y'all grown, right? You an adult, right? You independent, right? You strong. You a strong woman, right? So be strong. You don't need to go tell on everybody. Keep that shit. Hey, live that shit down. Like, hey, bro, you got me. Go talk to that nigga in public. I mean, not in public. Go talk to that motherfucker face to face. Like, hey, dog, the shit you did was fucked up. You wrong as hell for that. You wrong as fuck for that. Say what you got to say, curse them out, do whatever. But to go out publicly, now you want to put everybody's business out in the street. It ain't even warranted the situation. Now you telling his business, and her business, all because this one person fucked up your shit. Bro, nah, I don't want to hear that. Nope. But he got the nice guy public image. Yeah, let it rock out. Because it's not up to you. It's not for you to tell everybody else. Let them find out for themselves. Because everybody else in the world see them as that public image. They don't need to know what they got going on behind closed doors. They don't need to know that. It's not if he wanted them to know, he'll put it out there. That's crazy. Look, bro, y'all need to do something, and that's called not healing. You need to heal, bro. You need to heal. You need to heal. Whatever that psychology is, whoever done you wrong, you need to heal, dog. Nah, cry 2 tears in the bucket. Fuck it. That's it. Cry 2 tears in the bucket. Fuck it. Go slam. Go break windows. Go do what you gotta fucking do, and move the fuck on. Y'all do way too fucking much. Y'all go to the point where y'all make yourselves look stupid and dumb in public just to try to paint somebody else in a different light. And guess what? There's still gonna be people that's gonna agree with them. They were like, shit, you could have did what you did. You was in the position like this. Shit, she crazy any fucking way, bro. I'm surprised you ain't cheat sooner. Now what? Now you look like the bad guy, right? And you thought you was the good guy. Make it make sense. Just move on. Move on. Do better. Find you a better person. Level the fuck up. And you ain't got to worry about it. Now you're going to be looking at him. Oh, look at this dusty ass nigga. See, I leveled up from this. This nigga cheated on me with this hoe right here. Guess what? I got me a better one. I ain't tripping on that. Hey, come on, man. Y'all got to be, man. Y'all need to say that. Y'all be acting like ratchet. Y'all be acting like ratchet folks, man. Y'all don't be thinking smart. Y'all don't think like rich people, bro. Y'all don't. Y'all think like ratchet folks. Y'all think like ghetto ratchets.
Nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Nobody got time for that shit, man.
I have all my perks.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful period, because she doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? She's on tour, but I'm with a bunch of guys.
And who are you? I'm sorry. I'm gonna let it play through. I'm sorry. But Keita, who are you? How do you know? This is my thing. This is what pisses me off. How do you know that she do or don't know? Or better yet, you're wrong because you only thinking about yourself. You're not even thinking about her. What if she chilling? She was never thinking about it. She never felt no type of way. She chilling. She vibing out. Then you come fuck up her entire shit. You come stir her life up because you wanted to be messy. You wanted to run your mouth because you felt some type of way. Where the fuck does that make sense? That's why you don't see a lot of men. That's why you don't see a lot of men like, hey, bro, let's listen, big dog. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna go tell your girl that you fucking off on the type shit. Man, ain't nobody doing that shit, bro. Ain't nobody doing that. And nor are they making it public. Nor are they going on screen and it's story time. So I was over at the store one day and I saw, guess who I saw, girl? I saw X, Y, and Z, and clock that T, like all that bullshit, bro. Shut the fuck up. Sit the fuck down. Don't nobody care about your story time. Go fucking heal. Worry about your own shit. Let them figure that shit out. It ain't your business to go tell nobody else shit. It ain't your business. You only focus on your own business. Focus on the shit that you got going on, not everybody else's shit. Regardless of what you know, it ain't your place to tell shit. It ain't. Because what if you decide you want to go tell, and that person that was having a good day, they decide to clap back on your goof ass. I'm like, all right, well, shit, you decided to come tell me, bitch, who the fuck are you? Who told you to come fuck up my piece because you want to be goofy, because you want to gossip? You want to be a gossip girl. Be hurt by yourself. Don't nobody want to be hurt with you. The fuck? I'm telling you, to let them.
is. So it's like maybe another woman, she does poetry at the time when we start, but it's a whole bunch of men. So I don't know what to expect being on tour. So my first thing is, don't touch me, don't fuck me. Don't put your fingers anywhere I don't want them to go, right? So I'm on the lookout, but a lot of the cast is very respectful, and they're respectful to their wives. But I see him doing his thing, and I'm like, it's. I minded my black ass business.
Right.
Yeah.
You say as I should, but when I came out with the series, a lot of people were like, well, and now that David Banner said what he said, David Banner said that he wouldn't do business with a man that cheats on his wife or that cheats, period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
I don't agree with that either. Because it's two different things. There's niggas that care more about their money than anything. It's like, nah, I ain't gonna fuck up the money. But don't worry about what I'm doing over here in this situation. Now, that ain't got nothing to do with me and my personal beliefs. But I don't agree with that theory that a man who cheats on, I can't do business with a man who cheats on the wife because that means you'll cheat on me. Nigga, I ain't in no relationship with you. What you talking about? We about the money. Nigga, we have a thing going on over here in regards to making money. We are under contract over here. We making money out of this situation to better our future, better our lives, because we building a legacy with this shit. Man, nobody, boy, you better get out of here. Talking that, but hey, I respect it though. I respect it. I respect it, but I don't agree with it. I don't. It's not the same. You can't compare the two. I don't do business with a man who cheat on his wife. Nigga, what? How does that make sense? Where does that make sense? That's just like saying, yeah, bro, I don't do business with a nigga who been to jail before. What you talking about? What are you talking about? Don't make sense. I know plenty of niggas who done turned it. Shit, look at Wallow. This nigga went to jail. Look what he doing now. Look how many people he's doing business with. He been to jail before. That don't make sense. No form of cheating. What are you talking about? All of that shit ain't equal. There are people who probably, they live their life like rock stars. But when it comes to their business, they handle their fucking business. They don't play about that. They don't play about their business. So you can't conflate you cannot conflate the two. Like bro, y'all be killing me, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like, it's a prime example. Let's use the LGBTQ plus community. That's just like me saying, and now this is not how I actually feel, but I'm just using it as an example. That's just like me saying, yeah, bro, I ain't doing business with nobody who sleep in the bed with another man. I ain't doing business with a man who sleep in the bed with another man. How crazy does that sound? When I know that this guy, when it comes to his business, he mean business. He take care of fucking business. He about a book, about everything. He about his fucking money. And when it comes to his business, he don't play by it. But all because I feel some type of way about his sexual life. Now I'm not gonna do business with him, and now I'm missing out on the bag. What the fuck does that make sense? Then all of these people thinking that they're holier than thou, thinking that they're better than the next, and y'all niggas got y'all own skeletons in the closet. Bro, I ain't nobody listening to y'all.
Now that makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense because that's the closest person to.
Bruh, if you're gonna fuck over the closest people to you. Right? That's like being like in business with somebody that fucks over their homeboy that steals.
Well, and that's where you have, okay, they looking at you. They might want to get at you. Okay, so if I know the person that I am. I'm not a homosexual, nor have I ever been interested in it. So if I already know how that operates, I let the niggas know out the gate. Nah, bro, I don't roll like that. And then they understand, like, oh, okay, my bad, bro. My bad. Cool. But we still handling business though. I set the boundary already, like, nah, bro, I don't play that. Keep that shit over there. Keep it over there. I ain't doing none of that. But y'all want to conflate everything. Y'all want to make everything the same. It's not the same, bro. It's not.
Steals from their homeboy or pillow talks.
It's a bad trait to have.
You are a bad character.
Right.
You have a bad character. But I kind of was like, you know what? He's the boss. And it in my mind then, I'm like, that's what men do. Not all. I don't think all men cheat.
Right.
But you're getting money. And the things that he would say on stage would be so evident that when I'm looking at the women, I'm like,
but they be eating that shit up from him though.
Because I mean, I guess it's if you're in a place like pain is profitable, right, especially now. And I learned that I had to learn it along the way. But pain is really profitable. You hurt. You want a man. You got dogged out by your ex. You want to be married so bad. You're unfulfilled. You want to find somebody. So you want these men to tell you what they're gonna tell you, and they're gonna sit up there and, ladies, respect yourself, but also in the same breath. But if he cheats on you and you find him fingering your homegirl, you need to just let it happen, especially if he's paying the bills. I'm looking like, I mean, I'm not saying verbatim. He didn't say that verbatim, but it would be along the lines of let a man with money cheat, but also respect yourself and don't settle for less. And
it ain't even about letting the man just cheat, but understanding. But see, that's what I'm saying. When you tell stories like this, you gotta give the full story. A lot of these women, they want a certain type of man. They talk about these top tier type of men. And you gotta understand, like, hey, bro, if you want this type of man, you gotta understand he got a plethora of women that's throwing themselves at him. So more likely, because he's in that position and he got a plethora of women, and I'm not talking about a man who was married, they got married young and they built the foundation, they grew, they got to a point where he's now the top tier man. We talk about a nigga who got out the mud by himself and he built himself up without a woman. He got to that point of being a top tier man. Now all of a sudden you think that you miss special and you think you above the fucking program and you think that he's supposed to get on your program. Nah, it don't work like that. No, it don't work like that. Absolutely not. No matter who you think you are, you can think that you the goddess of all. Nope, you on his program. He ain't on yours. Because he had to get it out the mud. He had to become this top tier man. He had to do X, Y, and Z. And a lot of these women who ask for these type of men, they don't even fit the description to even get these type of men. But then they think they deserve the world. Make sense to me. Shorty, you average. So you deserve an average nigga. That's what you deserve. You ain't working on yourself. You ain't building. You ain't growing. You ain't learning. You ain't doing none of that. You just think that just because you got that slip between your legs, you think that all of a sudden that you deserve this top tier man. Absolutely not. You got to put in work too, just like he had to put in work.
That kind of was like, well, if women aren't, I'm on the stage as well. I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying the contrary. But if you don't want to hear me, it got to the point where women would be like, move, bitch, out the picture, right? We all take the group picture. Move, bitch, I want to be by him. I want to be by them. So if women are not willing to listen, what am I supposed to do about it?
I really felt like there was a lot of pandering going on, like because of
it was pandering. Yeah, definitely a lot of pandering. Absolutely.
Like Derek Jackson. Is that bro
That's his name? Derek Jackson.
Like, come on, bro. Like
that was crazy, wasn't it?
And guess what? After this nigga Derek Jackson got found cheating on his wife, guess what? He still got 1 million fucking subscribers. Subscribers, followers on IG and all of that. He still got over 1 million. So what that tell y'all?
Like he's the relationship guru, and then you find out all this shit.
Right. Okay. Hold up. Did it make you lose respect for men?
For men.
I feel like that's this perception of hate painted to you that you hate men.
I never categorize all men. I never put all men in a box. I never once thought all men cheat. I know it's on an individual level. Right. It made me, after this situation, I cannot follow relationship gurus. I cannot follow. I be unfollowing. I know a lot of people probably think I got beef with them. I don't. I just can't see that type of content because I'm like, you're a fucking liar.
What's the biggest cap you've heard from a relationship guru?
Damn, it's been years. It's been soaked in my brain. Right. I don't know. Just, I guess that, like what I said, just it's so back and forth. It's so hypocritical. It'll be respect yourself, but then let a rich nigga do this, or let a man do this, or so it says, let a man do threesomes. But also, if you don't like threesomes, you should stand up and you should stand on your boundaries because you deserve better, queen. But also, this is why you're getting cheated on, you stupid bitch. So it goes, you know what I mean? It goes back and forth. Of course, they polish it up because for the content, but behind the scenes, that's what you.
Oh my God! Wow, on God's green earth was women listening and following this food. Yeah. A lot of people were following Derrick Jackson, talking all that crazy shit. And men was looking at this nigga like, man, get your simp ass out of here, bro. Nobody stunned what you talking about. You lying. He's lying. We knew that out the gate, but a lot of women ate that shit up because it was right along the lines of what they wanted to hear. He wasn't telling them the truth. He wasn't giving them the hard truth, because the hard truth a lot of women don't like and they can't fucking handle it. Regardless of who it's coming from, regardless if it's from a rich nigga, a suburban nigga, or a middle class nigga, a low class nigga, whatever the case may be, all niggas are saying the same thing. They may just be saying it different, but they don't want to hear it because it's the truth. And so that's why they win at guys like Steve Harvey, the Derrick Jacksons, the Yadas, the fucking Ace Metaphors, the Cam Newtons. All these niggas, man, who be talking all that crazy shit, all that simp shit. Like, bro, listen, bro. This is not a hatred for women. You know what I'm saying? We love women, right? Right? But you got to be honest. Just like y'all like to be honest with men, y'all like to tell men what they ain't doing and how they need to level up and all that shit. Same thing with women. Like, shorty, just because you got a vagina, that don't mean that you don't need to work on yourself. That don't mean you don't need to heal. You need to work on yourself too. You need to build. You need to get in the gym. All of these different things. And no, that's not a misogynistic take. It's not a misogynistic take because we don't hate women, but we just want to be honest. We want the barbershop talk that a lot of men talk about is not being said online. But a lot of people don't know how to handle it. And it ain't about how you said it. Fuck how you said it. It's the message that being said. And you need to adhere to it and listen to it. If you really want to, for those women who really want to be in a relationship, who really want to be with somebody and grow and build and all that extra shit, you need to pay attention, bro. Real talk. And if you don't, cool, but still understand and know the game though.
You hearing it?
If you want to be a thigh pocket, cool. Or if you just want to have a good time one time, cool. Do your thing, bro.
So I just thought those niggas were liars. But I never put all men in a box.
Did you ever get to confront him? Like,
I confront him all the time.
Okay.
About
his cheating. Like,
do y'all know me?
Yeah, like
I don't hold my tongue. Every chance I get, every chance I got, I was like, about him cheating?
Yeah, but
sometimes you put people to stuff.
I would be like, you know what I would be? I would say things like, you're not afraid that the audience can't see, like you flirting or doing your thing. You're not afraid that that's going to come back. You're not afraid that somebody's going to record. And blatantly, it was like, no. Like, so.
Was he really having that much? Because obviously he felt like, I'm getting that paper, I'm paying all the bills. This is a role that I can live in.
Right.
Do you think that was his intent? Like, I'm getting the money, so I'm going to cheat on my.
I think a lot of men intent is I'm getting money, so let me do what I want to do.
Nah, I don't think that's what the intent is. I don't think a lot of men go into it with them having money and it's the fact that their intent is to cheat. I think what happens is once they are in that mode, they're making that money, they're leveling up, they start to see a different thing, right? A lot of women start to throw themselves at them. They ain't got their looking for it. They're too busy. When you start to get to a certain level, you ain't really focused on it. But because it comes so easy, sometimes, yeah, you just get weak. Some men get weak. And it's like, shit, it's here. It's only gonna be so many times I can keep saying no. Then that one, they just hit the right spot. And next thing you know, you hip thrusting. Just saying, bro. It happens, bro. But I don't think most men actually just go out there looking for it. Especially when they get into a bag. I don't think they go out there looking for it.
Bitch, don't you like this air conditioning? Aren't you happy in this loft?
She's definitely still hurt. 1000%. She's definitely hurt. 1000%. She's definitely hurt. But hey, I will give her this though. She's capitalizing on it because she's making money off of it. Other people are paying her to come on to the show to talk about what's going on. Cool, do your thing. But I definitely think that's the wrong way to go about it though. Because it's only gonna last for so long. Then what you gonna do? Now you gonna fuck yourself over in business because now ain't nobody gonna want to work with your ass. Like, nah, fuck that. I can't keep her around me because one thing go wrong, she gonna go on fucking TikTok and start talking shit about what's going on behind the scenes. Like, nah. So she fucking up her own self.
Why do you think men feel like that?
My honest answer to that is because I think men feel like they don't get enough credit for taking care of the household. So they feel like it ain't enough to feed a man. Apparently it's not enough to say thank you for where we live and keeping me safe. It's not.
Well, that's because a lot of women don't. They don't appreciate it. They don't tell the man that they appreciate it. They don't give that affirmation. They don't say, baby, look, I really appreciate the things that you do. I see you working hard. I see you grinding. Look, I see it. It does not go unseen. I am so appreciative of you. They don't say that. A lot of them don't. It's just, oh, I deserve it. This is supposed to be my life. Cool. This man working 12, 14 hours just to do that. And then especially if you're a stay-at-home mom and you live in the soft life, what you talking about? Nobody said that you got to do it every day. You don't. But from time to time, let that man know, like, hey, look, I appreciate everything that you're doing right now because I know you work your ass off to make sure the bills are paid, to make sure we're taken care of, to make sure we got the roof over our head, to make sure everything is good and golden, that I can live the life that I'm living this soft life. I can be able to stay at home with the kids, X, Y, and Z. You know, I can be a wine lady. You know what I'm saying? I can have brunch with my girls in the afternoon while you at work and the kids at school. A lot of them don't do that though. Now there are some women who do that. They do appreciate them and they do tell them that, but it's not a lot. So
not enough to say thank you for these shoes or these gifts that I get. I always felt like men want more. Men want you to give them a little bit more, and men want their cake and eat it too. Men want to have that wife at home that they know is going to stay down. They know is not going to go anywhere. If they can break the bitch down a little bit more, that's good because then they know she'll be steadfast, stay there, stand down, ride or die. But then they want to go out and they want to experience the women they would have never experienced before they had the money.
That's what I'm saying, because I see a lot of women that say, I want a man who's driven.
Yeah. I
want to be able to I feel like when you get a man and you push him through a ceiling to where the bitches are.
When you say push, are you talking about your man?
Uplift, yeah.
Are you talking about uplifting your
you
king?
can uplift him towards the bitches though.
I don't think women know that.
Hold on.
I don't think women think that that's
So here's what I'm saying. Some men will find they'll have an all right job. They make 40, 50K.
Yeah.
They'll find their woman.
All right.
Yeah.
60, 70.
Yeah.
In this economy.
She might even have to help.
Okay.
But they find a woman.
My video lagging. I'm sorry. Hold on. Give me a second. On the way.
Woman, and they get comfortable with their woman.
Of course.
And they stay, but she's like, we need more. We don't really go on a trip. I need you to,
But does that mean, because I've never experienced having my passport stamp means you need to tap the asses of all the women at the strip club or subscribe to OnlyFans or disrespect me in that way? Because you haven't gotten that or obtained that amount of success.
So the success would be the woman. I attained you. I'm good with you.
But that just shows you how men look at us like possessions.
Y'all are the prize, right?
Who is this nigga co-signing in the back? Who the fuck is that? Who is this nigga in the background? Who is this thing in the back? Bruh, she ain't gonna bend it over for you, dog. Why you co-signing? What? Bruh, going on somewhere, bruh.
A prize possession, I guess. It may be the same thing. I guess.
Well, I thought y'all were the prize. I thought y'all were the prize, though.
What did he say?
My nigga. Roll your window down. Start there.
I'm just saying. I thought you were the prize, though. Prize possession, right? If you that girl, if you that one of ones, and he's this guy, he's the one of one of the men, and he choose you. What we talking about? Thought you was the it girl. So that's a prized possession, right? You're supposed to be the jewel. You're supposed to be the diamond in the rough. When he was able to get you, when he was able to find you, he found the diamond in the rough, right? So you don't want to be looked at as a prized possession? What you want to be looked at as then? Yeah, all right. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's maybe the same thing. I was trying, I guess.
It's like the claw game. No, okay,
It's like the claw.
The claw game. No, you being in that space, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like there are some key elements to being able to have a good relationship?
Yes.
Like, what are some of those things that
The key elements to a good relationship, period, is respect, is communication.
Yeah.
It's all the things that everyone already knows that for some reason people just can't fucking get to. It's always an equal, or it's always an unequally yoked situation where the man loves and respects the woman and she disrespects him, or maybe doesn't find him masculine enough or rich enough or something like that, or the other way around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where the woman dotes over the man and really loves her husband and respects. But to have a healthy relationship with two people,
right,
it's respect, it's communication, it's compromise, it's having the same vision, right? What do you want out your life? How and what is it going to take for us to get there? Do we both see that? Do we both have that same vision? How are we going to work together in any capacity, right? She might have more money. He might have more money. In any capacity, how are we going to work together to get to the goal? The goal is to have a happy, healthy life. A lot of people don't like healthy relationships because they're used to dysfunction, they're used to toxicity, and healthy to that type of person seems boring. And no one wants a boring ass relationship, but I'm all for boring.
I don't care what niggas say. I don't care what nobody say. Boring creates the most success. Why does it create the most success, Courtney? Well, because you have to do the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over until you get to the point where you want to be. I give you a prime example. Let me use myself as an example, right? I live stream. Now, well, it was 2 days out of the week. Now I do 3 times out of the week, right? Consistency. Same time every week. Same time every week. Same time every week. Building that consistency, what does that build? Discipline. I constantly keep showing up no matter how I feel, no matter how my day went, no matter if I was pissed today, no matter if somebody ticked me off, still showing the fuck up. If I'm sick, showing the fuck up, right? Showing that discipline. It's boring. I love doing this though. Let me clear. I love doing this shit. I do. I enjoy fucking being here. But still having to show up every single week, whether there's one person in this bitch or 1,000 people in here. Constantly keep showing up. It's the boring shit that gets people success. Not the extravagant shit, not the adventurous shit. Because now you just all willy-nilly. You're what do you call it? What's the word? Virality, I think that's what it is. Vitality, whichever one the word is. But when you're unpredictable, you can't grow. You can't build. So yes, born. Yeah. So to a lot of people, born. Oh well, we can't do nothing. We can't experience anything because it's so boring. Nah. If you want to get these riches, if you want to get to this money, we got to be consistent. We got to be disciplined. That means we got to be on schedule. That means we got to keep showing up every fucking time. This shit may be a little boring for right now, but understand if we stay down long enough, just stay with me long enough and understand that we got a plan. We are going somewhere. Just ride it out. Stop worrying about what everybody's talking about on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. Fuck all of that. I told you what the plan was. I told you where we're going. I told you how we're building. I told you all of this shit. Volatility. There you go. No, validity. Volatility. Yeah. Good shit. Good looking out. But once you understand the plan, you are on the mission. You on the program. We on the same page now. So you understand where we're going. So you just adjust accordingly. Because guess what? Once that success comes, guess who benefits from it? You do. Now you can live your soft life. Now you can live life that you want to walk. Now, if you want to work, go ahead, do your thing. But you don't got to. Because everything is straight now. We stayed down long enough. I kept my head down. I kept grinding, kept working, kept building. Even when the shit was starting off slow. Zero people viewing the channel. Now the shit's starting to grow. Boom, boom, boom. But we ain't stopping. We still growing. We understand where the destination is. And you locked in with me. Yeah, you may have to make a few sacrifices. But guess what? Those sacrifices going to pay off in the end.
Boring ass relationship. It's safe.
It's
safe.
Did that come with maturity though? Or did you always think that way?
I think it came with maturity because I'm not going to lie. 21, 22, a nigga's punching a hole in the wall. I'm like, he's passionate.
Right.
He's in love with me.
Right.
But now you get, you mature. But the problem is a lot of people are older, but they're not mature. A lot of people are older, but they're not wiser. They're still trying to carry on. And what I know now, a nigga's gonna carry on if you let him.
Oh, I was gonna say, there's this viral clip going around. It's just like this 40-year-old woman, and she's just like kind of expressing all this regret about like meeting a man that was good to her and fumbling it, and now she hasn't ever met another person that has kind of met that status. Do you think that's what's really going on? It's like men and women are both fumbling good people and never recovering.
That's some of it. I think that hurt people are hurting each other more deeply. I think that you got situations where healed people or people that are wanting a healthy relationship are finding themselves in relationships with hurt people, and so that's changing the dynamic of how they feel about relationships. Yeah, I think I think men can be fumbled. I think good women can be fumbled. I think a lot of the times you meet somebody that's it's a good person, but it's at the wrong time, the bad time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
How did you come up with Mojo fucking Jojo? How did you?
You know,
bro, that was brilliant.
Do you know why I came up with Mojo Jojo? He's mad about that too. He's so upset. He's so fucking mad. He's like, please stop calling me that. I came up with Mojo Jojo because I remember how when I was young, the Powerpuff Girls were just trying to frolic, nigga, just trying to live their lives. You know, I think they were in like 2nd or 3rd grade.
Right. Yeah, bro. Keita got some issues, bro. Keita got some issues, dog. I don't know if Shorty bipolar. I don't know what she got going on, but I think Shorty got some problems, dog. I do. I 100% think Shorty got problems. That she just, I don't know, she trying to heal from it, or she just said, you know what, I'm just gonna rock out with the way that I am. I'm just gonna be who I am, and I'm gonna lean in. I'm gonna lean in.
They were young. They were really young. They were just trying to find, they were still innocent, trying to find the happiness out of life. And he'd always come fucking around, and he'd have to find out sooner or later, right? But he'd always come upsetting them. And it's like, damn, he's just in his own layer, upset with his big brain head, and he's a genius when it comes to the business, but he's a piece of shit, in any other aspect. And yeah, I was like, that's you. You really embody that character for me.
If you can disclose, I don't know if you can, but how much does he owe you?
Oh shit!
Because I would imagine for you to come up with that, he owed you quite a bit.
There's a running scam. I'm owed more than $20,000. I say that.
Yeah, I need that today.
What did you say?
I need it now.
What you kind of started
$20,000. Ooh, 20 bands? Still owe that? Boy. Shit.
a new thing when you went viral. It kind of going part by part, explaining the breakup, right? It went everywhere. It was like one of the biggest stories. Why do you feel like it was that big? Why do you feel like the story just went so crazy?
People keep saying you knew that was gonna. I was talking to my people. I wanted to tell a story. I wanted to tell my story. I wanted to get it out there. And I wanted to tell the people that follow me and the people that go from city to city to see me why I wasn't there anymore. And I was tired of holding things back. People always want you to be quiet after they've scarred you, after they've hurt you, after they've did you wrong. Right. You know, they bet on you being silent about it so they can keep on carrying on, right?
Right.
I didn't know it was going to go viral. I really didn't. But when the first episode went viral, I said, well,
so you mean to tell me that you posted it, knowing the type of followers that you have, the type of motion that you had or have, that when you posted that video, you knew it wasn't going to go viral? Keita.
I beg your pardon.
I know you lying to me. There's just certain things that you know motherfuckers gonna bite on like a mosquito. You know the shit. You knew exactly what was gonna happen. As soon as you posted that first TikTok video about Mojo Jojo or Mr. Ace Metaphor about tonight's conversation, you knew exactly what the fuck was gonna happen. You knew that shit was gonna take the fuck out. Why are you lying, bro? That's crazy work.
I can't stop.
We got something.
Now I have to see it through, my boy.
Yeah. He didn't hit you immediately.
Absolutely.
I would have been like, yeah. Hey, man, how do we make this?
But
stop?
see, he hit me up. He hit me up the next day, like right after. I want to make it right. I got, what do I got to do? Let me just get with my lawyer. Let me just figure out this. And then, day after day, he's talking to me about it. Like I just 2 a.m. calling me, 12 in the afternoon calling me. Mm-hmm. It's just that the lawyer thinks this. And did you get that email? Oh, no, you didn't get it.
What you mean? I thought she got therapy. I thought she had some therapy done. I thought she got some therapy. Guess that shit didn't work.
Playing. So finally, if you hear one of the clips where I'm screaming at him, I'm calling him a bitch ass nigga in the clip, it's because I finally had enough. Okay, now you're playing with me, right? Now you're playing. And so that next day, I don't know, it's like 3 or 4 days later, I see my voice on the vlogs and he's saying like I'm extorting him for money. You called me. You offered me money. No, nowhere ever did I call him and you got to give me this bread before. No, I said, okay, you're not going to give me the bread. Well, I've got to tell my story.
Did he not know the power of your platform? I really feel like he probably underestimated.
I don't think he thought I was gonna. There's been so many times.
Well, apparently it ain't enough power because you still ain't got that 20. You still ain't got that 20,000. You still ain't got that 20,000. So apparently the power of your platform ain't that strong, shorty. It ain't that strong because you still ain't got them 20 bands. So that shit must not be that strong. Why these niggas caping? Real life productions. Why y'all over here caping, bro?
where I was silent, you know, where I was fucked over. Like those me not getting paid for those shows was the last season.
Right.
I was trying to recoup. And then me not getting my merch, that was this season. That was the season prior. So I'm trying to figure out how I can keep the peace, right? I talk my shit, but I'm trying to figure out how I can keep the peace, but still get my shit and get you know what's owed to me. So that
going on all these platforms ain't the way to do that. Going on all these platforms, making all the videos that you're doing, because I'm trying to keep the peace. It ain't doing that.
I can amicably, is that how you say it? Amicably get the fuck on and go my own way. But when somebody believes that they own you, when somebody believes that they've made you who you were, even though you were who you were before you hit the platform, they got this thing with control, right? And so I think he was used to me being quiet, me being like, all right. You know, I internalized a lot of it. Like after being done dirty, I internalized a lot. I should have been smarter. I should have did this better. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. But then after a while, and you notice patterns and you see other people going through the same thing, when Kendrick said he never got that ass whooped until he opened up that can or something like that, you opened up that can, my boy. Absolutely.
So was anybody else not getting paid?
I don't know. It wasn't a situation. I think my situation was the only situation where for a couple shows I didn't get paid. He played these games like, hey, my app is doing really well. I want your podcast on my app. Just invest in it, you know, start your pod. I don't want any control because I want you to do your thing. Let me know how much you're spending. I'm gonna pay you in the back end. Let me know. He's done that to a couple of people. So like, I'll fund your stuff. And then you'll fund it. You'll put it out there. Hey, is this enough? You know, is this a good amount of money? Well, are you going to pay me back? You said you'd pay it. Are you going to pick it up? Do you like the episodes? Is it good? It's real good. Just do a couple more episodes. Put it on the app. Wait for this contract. In a couple weeks, you'll get this contract. We're going to lock it in. And then he'll just never talk to you again. I think it's a means of sabotage. I'm going to sabotage you.
Did this hurt any of your other relationships?
I don't believe it. I'm sorry, bro. I don't believe it. I think she's telling half. I think she's telling half the story. I think she's telling half the story. Now that doesn't mean that some of it ain't true. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't think that there's a full truth in that. I don't think she's telling the full truth. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I can be off. I could be 100% wrong, and I'm okay. I'm okay with being wrong. But I think she's lying. Well, let me rephrase it. I don't think she's telling the full truth. I don't think she's telling the full story. You talk way too fucking much. You talk way too fucking much for somebody to get played with. Your attitude is way too heavy for you to get played with. Bruh, I don't believe all of it. I think a lot of it has something to do with her too. I'm going to call a spade, bro. I'm going to call it like I see it. I'm going to call it for what it is. You ain't finna play in my face. She do. Speak on your business and your business only. I don't know what. That's what I'm saying, bro. Only speak on your shit. Like, look, don't ask me questions about what everybody else got going on. Like, I don't know what they got going on. I just know I need my money. But at the end of the day, like old buddy say, well, you got a strong platform. Well, shit, that platform ain't doing nothing because she still ain't got $20,000 yet. She's still on these different interview tours. So what? Let me see. The Richard Snowburner says, just a question. If this is how women of color behave at this level, how aren't they the ones below what? In not putting males in jail. If not putting males in jail, the issue is they react, blow it, and say sorry, no decorum. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I don't think it's just black women alone. I just think it's a lot of women across the board, all different races, because a lot of them would do this shit. A lot of them do. I don't think it's just specific to a race of black women. I don't. I just think it's white, because literally we just got done with the Shannon Sharpe situation with the old girl. So that just let us know, like, it's not just black women. It's not just what it's across the board, man. You know, you got some ain't shit women, and then you got some ain't shit men, and you got some dope ass women, and you got some dope ass men. It just is what it is. You just got to be able to have that discernment. Real talk.
Shits when you went viral?
Not that I know of. I mean, whoever in a situation as a woman, when you're calling out abuse, you know that people are going to feel uneasy about it and people are going to want to step to you. So that's what happened. A lot of the times people were upset, right? You're breaking an image. This is an image of a perfect situation where healed individuals are coming together to grow the community and grow the culture and talk about Black love. And now you've broken that image. So people are pissed about it, especially people that rely on that paycheck. You know, you're on tour, you left your family. You don't want the tour to end, which I never thought the tour was going to end. And that was never my goal. I wanted to tell my story.
Wait, did it end?
No.
Oh.
No, it's still going. Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of like a situation like that's my bread and butter, bitch. Like you need to shut up. So yeah, I think I did maybe lose out on some connections. But my thing is, if you're upset with me about telling my story and about detailing my abuse, I really shouldn't have you in my circle anyway. You really shouldn't be somebody that I'm around anyway. So that's fine.
Has it slowed your momentum down?
As far as
just doing anything, like has it closed any doors? Like, oh no, you're old girl that.
No, if anything, a lot of people were impressed by my storytelling. Yeah. No, I
haven't seen anything. I haven't seen other videos of her posting anything. So I mean, maybe she's doing something on the back end. I don't know, but I haven't seen any of her videos lately on YouTube or TikTok or anything. So maybe it's just not in my algorithm, but maybe she do got some motion. I don't know. It is what it is, but I'm tired of hearing her talk. She talk too fucking much. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and hit that bell notification. And if you want to support the channel, dog, you know what I'm saying? The link is in the comments as well as scrolling across the screen right here. All right. So I want to go ahead and go to the next topic. But before I do, listen, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, man. We locked in tonight. We are locked in tonight. You feel me? We are locked in tonight. So let's go over here to this. Speaking of women, speaking of women, Mr. Myron Gaines. I know a lot of people do not like this dude here, bro. A lot of people, especially a lot of women, and there are some men who don't like Myron Gaines, but he has a lot of good points, and there are some things I do agree with. So let's get into it, and I'll give my thoughts, and y'all give me y'all thoughts too. All right, so let's go.
Why do you feel like you have to make this statement, and why do you feel like you have the power to make this statement?
About why women deserve less?
Yeah, like what compels you to talk about this so strongly on the streets of Miami?
Yeah, I think we have a simp problem.
A simp problem?
Yeah, we have a big simp problem.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, lots of guys, don't do their due diligence and make women earn courtship and relationships and, put them through their paces. And I think, it's caused a lot of problems for guys because I don't think men are aware of the fact that, like, women have changed significantly over the past 60 years. And being a chivalrous gentleman might not get you as far as it did maybe 60 years ago. Being a nice guy simply doesn't work in modern day dating because the reality is women, make no money now. So just being a provisioner isn't enough.
Well, I don't know if I necessarily agree because women are coming into new roles that they didn't come into 60 years ago. So I agree with that point, but we're still not making the same amount of money and we're still not able to achieve the same roles. So I completely agree that 60 years ago, women had completely different roles than they do nowadays. But we're still not making the same amount of money. And the way that men are treating women.
My man, why you in the camera grabbing? Hold on, let me rewind this back, bro.
Different roles than they do nowadays. But we're still not making the same amount of money. And the way that but we're still not making the same amount of money and we're still not able to achieve the same roles. So I completely agree that 6 years ago, women had completely different roles than they do nowadays. But we're still not making the same amount of money. And the way that men are treating women nowadays does not reflect that. And also women don't make the same amount of money that men do. So I don't see how that narrative that you're putting out here of that women are creating careers for themselves, absolutely, as they should. still not making the same amount of money, still not being able to do the same things that men are doing at the same rates, and men are becoming more horrible than they were 50 years ago, 60 years ago. So I don't see how there's
like y'all do understand a lot. Well, how can I say this? A lot of cats are adapting to the type of women that are out here today, as well as there are a lot of single women that are raising these young men that don't understand how to raise men. So they keep them away from the fathers because they're upset because the father didn't want them. So they keep them away from the kid. They use their kid as a pawn. Just saying. Because I know there are a lot of people, because what y'all don't understand is that majority of the, and I can speak on, and this isn't a black or white thing, but a lot of men are in their children's lives. But because a lot of people like to speak on the small percentage of men that aren't in their children's lives, then it be that's the narrative that they run with, right? So the fact of the matter is there are more single women with children than there are single men with children. So just saying.
It's a relation.
Well, the thing is this, you mentioned a lot of things there. So your main disagreement is that my opposition to women entering the workforce?
No, so sorry. So
This is really hard to hear you. I'm sorry. You're turning it up right now. I'm like catching bits and pieces and stuff.
Because I'm a woman, so my voice is higher pitched than men's voices are. So it's harder to hear.
Yeah.
So I completely agree with you that women are starting to work more. We're starting to build careers. We're starting to build things for ourselves. Absolutely. Which is very new for us, right?
Yes,
and so we're still not getting paid the same amount. So we still need to be provided for.
That's kind of by choice.
Not by choice. The wage pay gap is still there, unfortunately. If it wasn't,
that's cap. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. You can talk about, listen, you can go on OnlyFans right now. Nigga, you can tell a chick to start a feet picture, tell her to start selling feet pics right now, I guarantee. And you tell her to sell feet pics, and you can tell the dude to sell feet pics. Which one you think gonna make more money? Which one you think gonna make more money? And that's just on that level. Look at the OnlyFans. And then you can go into the work. You can go into the workforce. A lot of women don't choose the hard labor jobs. They don't choose the gut-wrenching jobs. They don't choose the warehouse jobs for the most part. They choose the in-office jobs. They choose the social work, the psychology degrees, things that don't necessarily pay them a lot of money. They choose teaching. They don't necessarily choose high-paying jobs. So it ain't necessarily a pay gap. If anything, a lot of women get paid more than anything, because a lot of men, especially if they got men bosses, they would prefer to have women than men.
There, we wouldn't be fighting for it. And I work in motorsports. I work in car racing. I work in a very male-dominated industry, and I love it. And I do it because I love it. And that's a very important thing. So that's A.
So before we move to the next one, so you believe in the theory that women earn 80 cents on the dollar of every man, right?
That's not a theory. That's a fact.
It's actually been debunked a million times by any self-respecting.
It's not a theory. It's a fact.
I'll explain it. So it's been debunked a bunch of times. The thing that you're referring to, where this lie or myth comes from, it comes from
not a lie or a myth, but thank you.
I'll explain it. It comes from all working women versus all working men, right?
Well, yeah, you better get on it then. You better get on it then, Pam. Go ahead and get your bread up. If they're gonna pay to look at your feet, you better go ahead and start. You better make you an account. A psychology degree just to get played by Wayne and slides with the switch. Exactly. Kind of remind me of that the Joker and Harley Quinn situation. You know what I'm saying? Joker was the thug. You know what I'm saying? He was different than Harley Quinn was a psychiatrist type shit, and then she fell in love with Joker. Like, man, bro, yeah, that's real life shit there. That's real life shit.
Full-time employees. But the problem is it doesn't account for hours work, type of career work, education, taking vacations, industry, etc. So when you actually equalize for the type of work done, women actually make more than men. And they showed this at Google, where men and women, when they have the same exact experience, and then the same education, etc., the women actually earn more money than the men.
Ask me what I work in.
What do you work in?
I work in two fields. I work in finance and I work in motorsports, which is car racing. Ask me how much I compare to my man of the same rate.
How much?
It's less. I work at $1,000 an hour, which is, to be fair, amazing. But it's less than male counterpart.
And
because of my gender, not because of my experience.
He gets more than you?
All of my male counterparts more than me for the same exact role, the same exact thing. And I work finance and motorsports, car racing. I work F1, IndyCar, NASCAR, IMSA, and WEC.
Yeah, well, I think it's also important to understand that, unless you have their resume, you don't know. They might be more qualified than you. They might have more experience
they're
too.
my good friends of mine. We have open conversations, and they have told me that I deserve to more than them because they're 5 years younger than me.
Okay, again.
I don't believe that. She lying. She like, here we go. She got a lie to try to prove a point. I do not believe that 1,000%. I do not believe that.
And that's explainable too. Women typically don't negotiate.
Because before he said, well, I'm pretty sure y'all already know what he's going to say. No, you know what? I ain't going to say it.
For higher wages like men do. Men are far more likely.
That I completely agree
so
with. Absolutely.
That's another component. So there's a whole matrix of reasons why women earn less. But it's not typically just because you have a vagina. It's typically because of personal choices and decisions that you make. So men are far more likely to negotiate for higher wages than women are because men have a higher.
All right, I can use myself as an example. Where I work, I've had conversations with other people, women. They told me how much they make. And I make significantly more than they do. And I asked them, did you negotiate? I literally asked, I said, did you negotiate? Did you negotiate your rate? Because you can do that, right? Even if this is your first time working, you can negotiate your rate. All you got to do, and listen, this is why ChatGPT, this is why AI is so helpful. You can deep dive into the research. You can ask, hey, how much for my position? What is the pay range for this position? What is the low? What is the high? And if they give you the low, you can negotiate to go higher. But you got to be willing to do that. But because I was willing to do, I was like, nah, bro, I'm not going to take the low end, nigga. I'm taking the high end. Start high, you know your number, but you start higher than that number where you know you want to be. And you negotiate it down. Boom, boom, boom. All right, bet. I'm right here at the number where I want to be at. Cool, we straight. And that individual, that woman, she said, no, I didn't negotiate. I said, well, that's where you fucked up. Now you complaining about the pay. It ain't their fault. It's on you. You're supposed to do the research. But hey, I get it. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know. So now you know. So next time when that time come around for, for promotion, or when it comes around for, for the type of work that you've been doing and to get more money, it's time for you to negotiate. Just saying, bro. Just saying, dog.
Burn a performance to provision and to earn money than women do. So I would argue.
How does that mean that we deserve less?
Well, it's got to be based off meritocracy. Your
Well, that's not true. That's not true either, Pam. That's not true.
Counterparts probably have some type of skill set or something that they might not be telling you that they have, which is getting them more money.
No.
Because there's so many different things.
All right, but
that can account for it. And let's assume
it's because I'm a woman and I'm working in racing.
Okay, well, let's assume that that's true. Let's assume that that's true. That's one instance. The majority of times is because of personal choices that women make and what job fields they want to go into.
I don't know.
But a lot of the times when women go into male-dominated fields, they get in. Like, for example, you're in your field, right? There's plenty of women that get jobs in job fields that they're honestly not that qualified for, but they get it because of DEI, affirmative action, because they want to diversify the workforce.
You just said that women get higher degrees. Like, more women are getting college degrees. So that sounds like more women are getting degrees, so therefore they deserve the roles.
No, they don't, because they're not getting the degrees in proper areas where they make more money. Just because you got a degree, that doesn't necessarily mean you need more. You're going to get more money. What are you talking about? That was a thing at one point, but now it's not. That shit don't mean nothing no more. Your degree don't mean shit anymore. Unless you're talking about becoming a doctor, lawyer, you in STEM, anything like that, And hell, even in STEM, shit, they got a whole lot of certifications. I know plenty of people who just took the certification and shit, they making bank. I ain't gonna lie though, logistics, you can make some money in logistics though. If you go into the right field. It's a hidden gem. You can make money in logistics though. You can. You actually can.
No. What I'm saying is they're getting the degrees and still earning less because of personal choices.
No,
so what
but-
I'm saying is that it's not the fact that they are women as to why they're not making as much. It's because of personal choices. Men dominate STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Men dominate.
Why
these
do
fields.
you feel that you have the reasoning to talk about this matter? If you
Here go the deflection. Here comes the deflection. Why do you feel? Because when you wrong, you start to deflect. You start to get to these personal attacks. Why do you feel as if you need to be the one to talk about it? Because I've talked with multiple women, over thousands of fucking women, and I've done the research and I understand it. What are you talking about?
if you are not a woman, why do you feel like you have to sit up here and say women deserve less?
Well, do I have to be a mathematician to say 1 + 1 is 2?
That's not 1 + 1 is 2. That's talking about a different gender. That could be me coming up here saying men deserve less because men are shit. I'm never gonna say that because I don't believe that.
Well,
but why do you feel validated in order to come up and say that? And also,
I'm testing your logic because what I'm saying is that you don't have to necessarily be
not testing
of a
my
certain
logic.
group to talk about certain group, right?
Well, you have to have the experiences of a certain group.
It was because it was written by a woman. That's why I spelled wrong.
Can I ask you one more question and then I'll leave you alone?
Yeah, sure.
If I can have your undivided attention.
Yeah.
Can I ask you to look around at the people looking at you and here supporting you? Whoever's supporting this man, can I have you like raise your hands and say, woo? And can I say, why do you think that's all men?
Because here's the thing. Men can't tell women the truth anymore, and I speak for them. That's why. Because the reality is no one
And
tells
I'm
women.
the only woman in this line speaking up for us.
Oh, no, trust me. There's been plenty of you guys that talk to me. See, here's the difference. Yeah.
You know what? And I will be fucking one of the two people.
Look at it. She triggered. She triggered because at first, guess what? She was talking soft. She was being respectful. Now she's triggered because she's losing the debate because her shit got debunked. Now I'm the fucking. You can always, when they start to overtalk you, when they start to get loud, they start to curse and overtalk. Guess what? That lets you know they got caught in the rat trap, dog.
People. If I have to be one of the two people, I will be one of the two fucking people because we have been brought down so hard and we are not allowed.
Who brought y'all down? That's what I want to know. Where the fuck is this delusion coming from? Who the fuck brought y'all down? Who? Y'all let feminism put this bullshit in y'all head as if somebody's holding y'all down. Ain't nobody holding y'all fucking down. What man is holding you down? What is the government doing to hold y'all down? You can go out there and get any degree you want to get. You can go out there and get any job you want to get. Matter of fact, you got a better advantage to getting the job than the man do, especially if you're smart and you know the job, and then you're attractive on top of that. Who the fuck wouldn't hire you? Who? You're if you are an attractive woman, you dress well, you know the fucking job like the back of your fucking hand. You outwork everybody. You telling me you ain't gonna get that fucking job? You gotta be fucking joking, man. But most women aren't gonna do that because they ain't gonna put in necessary work. They think that just because you're a fucking woman that you deserve it. That's why Trump did what he did. He removed the DEI. He's like, look, I don't give a fuck if you're man, woman, black, white, orange, green, yellow, purple, orange. If you are the best person for the fucking job, you're gonna get the job. I'm not gonna do it just because you're a woman. I'm not gonna do it just because you're white. I'm not gonna do it because you're black. I'm not gonna do it because you're a part of the LGBTQ, ABCQ community. I'm not gonna do it. If you are the best person for the job, you're gonna get the fucking job. Simple as that. This shit crazy.
The same platforms, we are not allowed the same
Look at 'em.
vulnerabilities.
Look at 'em.
So you know what? I'll accept it.
Look at
And thank you so much for your time.
Again, like I said before, women can openly talk and criticize men, but men can't necessarily openly talk and criticize women.
You can, but in kindness, and this is not.
Look at that. You can, but in kindness. What? You can't tell somebody how to fucking talk? No. Guess what? There's this phrase. There's this saying. If it don't apply, let it fly. If it don't apply, so if you know you that type of woman that don't fit in the category of what he's talking about, more than likely he ain't talking about you. If you're the type of woman that puts in the work and you grind and you understand that you know what it takes to get a man and keep that type of man, he ain't talking about you. He talking about the bullshitters like this one right here that's on this camera right here. That's what he talk about. He didn't disrespect her. He didn't talk down about it. He didn't make ad hominem attacks. He didn't curse her out. He didn't disrespect her on any fucking level. He just gave her the fucking facts and she didn't like it. Now she feeling some type of way. Now she upset because she didn't like what the fuck he said. Now it's, oh, now you're down here degrading women. It's about what you said. Nah. Nobody want to hear that. Go find somewhere else to cope. Go find somewhere else to cope. Don't nobody care. You think that you can do what you want to do. You think that you can have your cake and eat it too. No, you got to compete just like everybody fucking else do, shorty. So yes, if you are a woman and you want to be and you want to go to a spot where it's filled with men, you got to compete. Your looks alone ain't going to work. They're going to be like, oh yeah, she nice to look at, but she dumb as a box of rocks. She don't know what the fuck she doing over here. Oh well. Now you gonna go complain? Oh, well, everybody's getting paid, but I'm not. Well, you ain't doing the job right. What we talking about? Let me guess. She probably 23, 22 in college, probably listening to some bullshit that some bullshit feminist done said, and she done ran with it.
Not in kindness.
I've been extremely respectful. I can't control how you feel.
Respectful is one, but putting a sign up saying women deserve less is not kindness.
How do you know it's not kindness? You don't even know the sentiment of why he even put the sign up. You just automatically women deserve less, so therefore it triggers you right off the bat, which is why he did it, which is clever. It triggers you. It triggers the conversation, which is why she's up there. Oh, you said women deserve less. Okay, so why do I deserve less? Boom, strikes the conversation. Some of y'all just gotta understand, bro. Some of y'all gotta get out of y'all own head, bro. Get out of y'all own head. Y'all be fucking yourself up.
This is why women deserve less. They can't understand things logically and get mad.
Oh, she almost 30? Ooh, wee. And she gets the job. Guess what job? She work at a NASCAR, so and in finance. So if she claims to be that she's not getting paid enough, well, I wonder why that is. Maybe she takes more vacations than the rest of the guys. Maybe she don't take overtime. It could be a lot of different things. Maybe she didn't negotiate her salary. It could be a number of things why she don't get paid as much. Could be a number of things. But I guarantee it's not because she's a woman. That shit has been debunked so many fucking times. Fact.
I'm not. Do you see me being mad? I'm very calm. I'm calmer than our president, so I will take it.
I beg your pardon.
She's a liberal, guys. She's a liberal. She's a Democrat. She probably tried to vote for Kamala Harris. She tried to vote for Kamala Harris. She tried to vote for Kamala Harris. Yep. She did. She did. This is so dumb. This is so stupid.
That's why we can't have a female president, bro.
Exactly. I agree. Yeah, you see, they don't do it. I'm telling you, bro. That's exactly what's happening. The liquor speaking, she had a good little time. She had a couple of drinks at the bar with her homegirls, and she thought she was gonna come up there and cook, and she got cooked. She got slow roasted. And Pam Brown said politics. Listen, it ain't got shit to do with politics, man. It really don't. That pay gap shit, that's a fallacy. A lot of people just try to use that so they can. A lot of women use that as a tactic to try to make it because they don't want to be great. They don't want to put in the effort, so therefore they think that they just deserve it just because they're there. Nope, ain't happening. Ain't happening, bro. We ain't got time for that no more, bro. We don't got time for that no fucking more. Listen, bro. Tonight was fire, y'all. Listen, tonight was fire, bro. Tonight was dope as fuck. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Listen, we almost at 1K subscribers. We're almost there. Mind you, we are going to be throwing a 1K live stream party. We're going to have the fellas here in live, in real time with your boy. We're going to be kicking it. I got some dope things for y'all. Once we get a little bit closer, I'll give the details on the live stream. But again, you're going to have to be on the Discord in order to understand what the fuck is going on, right? But it's going to be fire. It's going to be fire, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. I just got to say this. Man. For those people, and listen, I'm not even close to where I want to be when it comes to this YouTube shit. I'm not even close. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still building. But I'm here. Even as a micro creator right now, this shit is still dope. This shit is still doper than motherfuckers who got 100K subscribers. You feel me? And I'm saying that with the confidence. I'm saying that with all confidence. I've seen other people's shit. I watch other people's shit. I'm like, bro, my shit is fire, dog. They just ain't seen me yet. My shit is dope. You feel me? But we'll get there. We'll get there in time. Listen, make sure y'all join the Patreon too, because one of the things about the Patreon is this. We're going to be uploading exclusive videos. Again, I already said it before. Not sure what I'm going to be uploading in the Patreon as far as videos yet. Just going to depend on what everybody wants and what they're looking for in regards to the Patreon. But I will be dropping different event plans and things that we got coming up, things that we want to do in the Patreon as well. And it's only going to be for Patreon members. So when that time comes, when we rocking out, when we got hundreds of people rocking with us, and we all want to go to these private events, these private meetups, we'll be kicking it, having fun, talking about going fucking ham. You're going to want to be in the Patreon for that. And it's only going to be for the Patreon members. It's not going to be for the Discord members. It's not going to be for just the subscribers, only Patreon members only. You feel me? So yeah. And also make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the comments as well as scrolling across the screen right here. And it is not expected, but it is appreciated. All right. So again, I appreciate y'all, and make sure y'all are here Tuesday night for Banter and Barter Tuesdays with the crew. Yeah, with Unbiasedly Raw, Macaroni Tony, and my boy Marcus Courtney. We might have a female coming on, Kim. She was on the platform before. Y'all saw her before. She was on the platform on Tuesday. Not this past Tuesday, but a couple Tuesdays ago. So she might be a consistent person coming on here. So we'll see. I have that conversation with her. But until then, man, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, and I'll holla.